Oh. Lip smacking sounds are awful.
Yes! I was worried as to whether or not we would get to start off with something weird.
Oh, no!
We totally did.
No!
Yes.
Lip smacking sounds for the win.
You're welcome.
So,
Busted.
so hello
Oh, no.
out there in the land of the interwebs. Hopefully everything is looking good and feeling fine. I think I've got everything set up the way it needs to be set up. I don't think anything is getting screwed with, so...
I gotta find my glasses.
I'm still waiting for my computer to just wake up so I can open Chrome. It is functioning though, so I shouldn't be too far behind.
All right.
Good morning.
Wake up.
Computer, wake up.
So...
He's a very old boy. I don't turn him off enough. He hasn't slept in about a week. Before today, he has slept now.
Poor little guy.
Yeah, he's a grumpy old man.
So, with today's episode, so first off, I just want to recap a little bit of a sort of a meta thing. So we talked at the end of last game, and so we discussed, and this is also for anyone else out there who's watching. So we are going to, at a certain point, probably in mid to late December, we're going to take a bit of a break for a season break. And what's going to happen at that point, and yes, I am aware that God is behind me doing the monster pose. But we're going to take a bit of a break at some point, and it's going to free me up time-wise to run a different game for a specific period of time, and then we will return to this game once that one is done.
I'll be in that game.
Yeah. She'll be in the
Oh,
the
I
other
dropped
one.
my pen.
So I don't want to say too much about the other game because I don't know exactly how much I'm allowed to share yet, so I'm not really going to talk about it. But what I will say as far as this one is concerned is that this game is not stopping. It will just be taking a break. We will be coming back to it. And we are going to end on, I promise you, a dramatic note of some sort or another. It will not be... it won't just be like a regular episode and then we'll be like, all right, bye. It'll be...
No melting.
It'll be
No
a big deal.
melting.
No one will... Well,
No melting.
I don't want to make that
No
promise.
promises.
Yeah, I actually...
No melting.
I always want to leave as many options open as possible.
Don't promise things that you can't promise right now.
Yeah, I just noticed, Jade, you
Jade
are
is
wildly
blurry.
out of
Incredibly
focus.
blurry.
Let me see if that's something I can fix.
There we go.
Yeah, hey.
That was interesting. Okay.
That was fun.
Right. So, no, now you're blurry again. What is happening?
Autofocus.
I don't use autofocus. That's weird.
Off my audio.
Okay, so...
Are we good now?
It's okay.
Yeah, you look
Same as
fine.
always.
Cool.
You look great,
You
actually.
look pretty.
We all look
So
fantastic.
Thank you.
pretty.
Scintillating.
So, as far as today's episode / session, because I never know what word to use. Is this an episode? Is it a session? Is it a sessionode? An episesh? Ooh.
An Epion?
An episesh, I think, perhaps. Anyway, for...
I write session at the top of all my notes, so I'm going with session.
All right.
Then it feels like therapy.
Yay! So that being the case, you guys have a lot of options. So where we left off last time,
We're
was-
outside of Fuckvale.
Yes.
Alrighty.
You're... Yep. How about this?
It's the name of the town. Come on.
So rather than me explaining, how about
Oh.
Glory? Why don't you tell us
What?
what went down last game?
Okay, so when last we left off, let's see.
Were we
back-
hunting wabbits as well?
Yes.
Where were we?
Rabbit season.
We decided that we wanted to give God a window, hashtag.
Get got a window.
And we learned about the creation orbs and how the creation orbs of Genesis, it's kind of the same thing. we saw our BFF Selin Vale. We badgered him a little too much, and then he sent us to a burned version of our town 37 years in the future. We learned it was 37 exactly thanks to Wiley's bullshit natural 20 roll. Like, I'm the carbon date is fine.
He started like smoking the foliage and was like, 37 years. Good age.
It was a very good year.
He gave us an exact like month and date, but
Yeah.
I didn't.
Ranger.
Whatever.
Ranger.
I'm just seeing like that episode of Frasier where Niles is like, sipping the wine and going, from the southern slopes of the vineyard.
For those that
I know
right.
exactly where this was from.
It's kind of like an episode of Sliders.
Yeah,
I'm dating myself.
a little.
Along with all of us, we all have our their Cambion friend John, possibly asshole,
Asshole.
depending on who you ask.
Ask John.
Hole.
John Hall.
I think he's John. If you ask our Tabaxi friend, it's asshole.
No. I don't care about him. He's just there. He's just present.
The
He's an
Tabaxi
asshole
is
to Brendan.
You
Tabaxi
think
is
everyone's asshole.
the
That's
Tabaxi
true, I
is
do
in fact
think.
the one that adopted this one. I
I
that
haven't
to be
adopted
official.
anyone. He's just,
Reorder.
I haven't shot him. There's a difference.
That's
I'm not-
adopting for you.
No, Metzi
Yeah.
has adopted no one. Shakespeare has adopted him because he's fucking adorable. But Metzi doesn't give a shit.
I
Oh,
like the
kitty!
separation there.
Yeah. Metzi
okay.
still doesn't care. Metzi wants to find his kids. He already
So-
adopted about like 15 kids, okay?
That's right.
But now
In
it's like
the
37 years later. Are they still kids?
He will have grandchildren
older
then.
You.
He will find Hank.
Ricky's
and
arm
just,
would be like monstrous.
No, that's Hank. Hank is the one who got big. Ricky is just annoying.
He just had frogs.
Yeah.
Right. And we never got a frog mounts.
Yeah.
Silent Fist is growing a big ass beard that is hunter green.
Green Ranger.
Also, his eyes glow when it's dark. We wandered around the village. Gloria heard this tapping noise. Like, what the fuck is that? And looked down the hole. There was blackness. Like, okay, well, I know what to do when there's blackness. You throw a torch
no.
in. Torch went out. I'm like, okay. So I went and got
I know what to
Bren.
do with this.
And like, okay, check it out. There's a hole. We threw another torch down there. It went out.
Science.
No,
It was
no.
science.
To knowledge.
Extreme science almost happened because Bren was
I feel like
that close
annoyed
to
on
jumping
behalf
in.
of science.
The only reason Bren didn't jump inside is because our parents said no.
Yeah, she got tackled by her dads. Basically what
I love
happened.
my dad's.
Or rather, she got tackled by the elf, and then I just like held onto an ankle and yelled.
Can we get that shirt?
I
for
did
Bren?
not roll as well as him.
See, so instead, Bren used her. I think it's a once a day fly thing.
No, it's just 1 foot per whatever. That's my flying speed is 1 foot.
That is
Yeah.
such bullshit. So Bren just kind of floated down 100
Very
feet.
slowly.
Very
dark.
slowly. It took 10 minutes.
It took a long
Yeah,
time.
I did.
And then
Still
at
going.
the end of the tunnel, really dark, pitch black, can't see anything. We found Ellswick. We got him out of there. I launched Bren out of the hole.
Remind
Tie
anyone
it to the
who
back
is
of the horse.
watching who might be newer who Ellswick is.
Ellswick is the mayor of our fair town, which we have not yet named. And Ellswick, as far maybe he
He's
can't
a
die.
something.
We don't really know. He's something.
He's a something. Like, yeah. The fucker.
Yeah, bad guys. They couldn't really, I guess, kill him, so they just captured him,
This-
put him
this-
down in
this-
the dark hole, threw away the key.
There's 3 Ellswicks. There's the boring one,
Yeah, it's Grayswick. There's
the twatty one,
was it
and the
Redswick
one we haven't met.
and Mysterywick.
At
There's-
least.
It's really you've actually I think you have met them all. It's Beigewick, Greywick, and Darkwick. It was roughly how it worked out.
I
Okay.
don't think we've met Darkwick because I remember the assholey one kept telling us you don't want to meet the other one. There's not time for them yet or her yet. I'm not entirely sure on pronouns there.
But think we all had like a weird shared dream we never talked about, and we saw him.
Oh,
there.
yeah. Yeah,
We did never talk about that.
we never talked about it. Was a bloodletting dream where one of the Elswicks got punctured. I remember writing bloodletting in massive letters because
Yeah.
that stuck with me.
There was the one really weird dream where Metzi cut the head off a horse. Well, wait.
Oh. Or that
Again,
dream where Brenly
again.
exploded in Metzi's arms.
It was the horse or glory. I think I made the right call. Horse, glory.
You wouldn't
One
have hit
or
my
the
AC.
No, I wouldn't, but still. I don't think we need any more people like attacking other members of the party. We do that enough.
But that's how I got my favorite scar on my back
That was
from
accidental.
my elf dad.
No, I think
Sorry?
Metzi's done more friendly fire damage now than that one shot in the back.
Oh, definitely. I'm just saying that's my favorite scar.
Yeah, your favorite scar.
I think I've tried to Eldritch Blast quite a lot of party members, but I don't think any of them have hit. I know the bottle hit glory, but I don't think it did any damage.
That's right. You did a glass him.
I did glass you. Just thump.
So
Anyway, back to the recap.
yes,
We then decided, hey, we need to go see another town, and we went south and a little bit east, not south-north, south.
now the other town is it's not just any old town, and it's also not far away. It's only about a 20 to 30-minute walk.
It's like a mile.
Well, okay, but in the grand scheme of space and time, pretty nearby.
No, I was just shocked at the audacity that they would build it so close. More than...
Well, so they burned down the old one. They burned down the old
Sorry.
one.
There we go.
Yeah, but now you're in a different spot, and I have to fix the boxes.
Ah.
You
I'm in the same spot, DM.
no, you're not.
I shook everyone up.
They burned down our town, built a new one, and they
Yes.
And it's called Fuckvale.
Wolfvale.
Fuckvale.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, no, you're right. It's Wolfvale, home of Mayor Fuck.
I think we should just stay in these boxes and play whichever character we just got assigned.
What
I
do they
think I
get?
could make a good ranger.
What did I get?
I'd love to be a barbarian. That'd be so much fun.
Barbarians are so much fun.
Jade, you get to be Brenly.
Oh, I'm purple and I fly.
Oh man, I actually got to play a barbarian because I went to a crit roll inspired game day in Manchester, which was really great. And I was playing a halfling barbarian.
I get to be the warlock.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Wait.
Moogs, what do you cast?
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, more grumpy. More grumpy.
Eldritch Blast. Wait, what's that? What's that?
Oh yeah, I have George back. I forgot about that.
Has George really said much or done anything?
He hasn't said anything, but I have an awareness that he has returned.
Yeah.
Does that mean I get my +1 back? Just so I know.
Yes,
for
you do.
admin. Okay, need to write that fucking down.
Okay, I think I got it all fixed up again.
So I don't get to be a warlock.
Sorry, DM.
It's okay. Just don't push any more buttons.
I wasn't pushing a button. I was just reducing
Oh.
the brightness on my screen
Oh,
because the battery runs out.
I think you were pushing buttons.
All right, maybe.
Anyway, so today is going to be a game of choices. You're going to have a lot of them to make because most of the agency is back on you now. So,
Left.
I mean, so while on the one hand,
Yes. No.
you guys had a lot of options available to you before, because you were in such an alien environment, it was very difficult, I think, for you to really commit to much beyond what was slightly more obvious. But you're back in much more familiar territory, and I think you've got a pretty clear, or I think you were certainly going to have a much clearer idea of what your goal is. The only additional thing I'm going to point out right now is that Jage, or rather Silent Fist, has noticed that when he stands still, any plants that are within about 15 feet of him or so seem to grow at a slightly faster rate than before. In as much as he's able to notice them growing.
It's the Jolly Green Giant.
They're not. It's not like. It's not like if you sit still for a minute.
Giant.
It's not as if you sit still for a minute, you're going to be like covered in moss or anything. But like you can see plants grow like millimeters to centimeters if you stand still long enough.
Are you trying to imply that Silent Fist would not sit and watch grass grow?
Well, he might now.
Becoming
but...
Totoro.
It's become a lot more
He's becoming
interesting.
Totoro. He just needs to be less, like Abby and more fluffy.
Okay, so you are standing outside the town of Wolfvale, and I didn't really even take much time to describe the town itself. It is quiet. You can hear the hustle and bustle of people living their lives, however. By and large, this town is certainly more built up, more developed than it ever was when you were here before. There are, instead of the sort of like thatched roof huts, everything looks much more permanent. Almost all the buildings are made out of hewn stone. They have typically some kind of shingles, like a lot of clay, sort of Roman style shingles on the roofs. It's a much more permanent looking city, and it's also big. You realize after looking at it for not very long that it's almost double, if not 3 times the size of your old numbered village, and which makes the lack of noise that much more eerie, just because it is so quiet. You can hear. Well, thank you, Rain. I was getting a little panicky, but I'll calm down now. Yeah. Whew.
Phew. That's
Yeah.
really.
They don't have a fountain, though.
They do not have a fountain. There is, in fact, not a fountain here.
They can have ours.
I think they tried. But we'll get into that more. So I guess what I'm asking you guys to do is...
Why is there a lady with us?
That's Elswick.
That's Elswick. That's the token that I've been using for Elswick.
And I was looking at it like, why is Liliana with us?
I was like, why is there a lady there?
No, that's Elswick because...
I was like, it can't be
Because
Finn.
that was the
I'm sorry,
token
over
that I used way back in the day, and for some reason I still haven't gotten a good one for him, so I'll just stick with it.
Sorry.
Well, pretend Elswick is back wearing like a big cloak because he was wearing like tattered, torn apart clothes when we found him, so...
I basically picture him like the guy who used to carry Luxana Troy's luggage in Next Generation.
Wow, that's much hunkier than what I... Okay.
That's pretty much what I'm picturing.
Okay.
Not how I pictured him at all.
Well, that if you starved him for like a month,
Okay.
Only a month.
like emaciated a bit. Well, right now he looks a bit, worse. But when we first met him, I mean like that, but like slimmer, but still like the lurch kind of thing.
You were standing in front of the sign and the entryway to the town. There are no guards present. The town is open to you. What would you like to do? What would you like to know? What have I not explained that you need more about?
I
gonna draw my bow and be on the lookout.
Okay, so
I want to go over to the sign and see if I can vandalize Thok into fuck.
you could, but it would not be as good because the sign is pretty well like I don't know if you engrave wood, but it's like it's recessed into the wood. It's been carved. Wiley, you were saying what now?
I'd like to go ahead and draw my bow, knock an arrow, and be on alert for any wolfy type things or anything else untoward.
Okay. You have an arrow knocked, and you're ready for action should the opportunity present itself.
I've got a dagger. I can carve fuck underneath and just cross out thock.
I mean, it's like this is like an artisanally crafted sign. It's not to say that you couldn't. It's just not going to look as good, and you're not going to be able to like get rid of the th.
What if we use the +1 dagger?
It doesn't just randomly cut through wood. Still,
This is a great
Fine.
opportunity to make it magical and impervious to any kind of damage.
if you would like to make a craft check,
Do I have a spell learned today? No, I don't.
here's what I will allow. Hang on one sec.
I spent 5
I
years
can use
learning how to carve.
prestidigitation to make a symbol appear on an object or a surface for 1 hour.
Yeah, for 1 hour you can make it just magically look however you want it to look.
Yeah, okay, for an hour it's going to look like Maya fuck.
Okay, done and done.
Yep.
Into the notes that goes.
And then we take the dagger and we just trace what is already there, and then it's beautiful.
I'm good with an hour. I'm good.
Okay.
It's okay.
So, now that you're done vandalizing the sign, and you seem not to have
Oh,
gathered...
we're not done.
Who's
Are there any
done?
statues of Thok
Sure.
anywhere?
Oh, we're sorry, Zed. We've been very tired.
You gave us free reign in a village.
I have. It's now up to you to
Not
decide.
So we
Sure.
our glory doesn't see. We don't see anybody at all.
So you can see people quite a ways away, or rather you can hear them. It sounds like there might be some kind of like a marketplace or something down the way a bit. But yeah, like you can't... So normally you would be able to like see people hustling and bustling around. You would be able to hear like a lot of sounds. There's not a lot of animal noises, for example. And like whatever conversation you can hear snippets of sounds muted at best. And interestingly, like the thing that is most notable is the smell of like the hearth fires, which is something that you would normally smell in a village, but wouldn't be the most obvious part of it. Typically, there would be other overriding sensory information, but that's most of what you're getting.
Looking at the size of the town, would it be possible for me to estimate how long it would take to run a perimeter?
Let me do some quick math. Probably take you about a half hour, maybe 45 minutes. Like at a walk.
Okay. I'm going to suggest to whoever's standing closest to me that we find a less unobtrusive way of getting in, if we're going in, than the front fucking door that we've just carved fuck into.
Brenly has decided to start walking into the city.
Oh no!
Before you even started saying that, I was already moving. I'm doing my little 2 spaces at a time.
Brenly's pretty far. Leech and Brick will move to catch up.
No, yeah, and Silent Fist is totally with him.
See you, Metzi.
So Metzi goes to look to who he can talk to, and we're gone. All of us are
Ellswick
gone.
and John both decide that they will hang out near the front gate and wait for someone to return to them.
I'd suggest not waiting anywhere near the sign.
That's a good idea, and they both go hide in a bush.
I'm just gonna turn to Finn and in Elvish be like, so like those reins things that you get for small children, do you think they make them in adult size?
I think we may need some.
So, Bren,
Or maybe just a rope around the neck.
pause where you're at. Let everyone else catch up.
Chain.
Once you get to here, you notice like, so you're really not seeing anybody. What you're finding instead are like you can hear conversations, but they're all happening indoors. There seems to be no like outdoor common space. People aren't like gathering around like a well or a watering hole or anything. There doesn't even seem to be, though it sort of sounded like it, there doesn't even seem to be a market or anything. You can see some shingles, some signposts of different merchants, but there's nothing that's like a common gathering space.
Just for a quick question, when we got here last time, it was turning nighttime. Is that correct?
Was it? I'll be honest, I actually don't remember.
I thought it was late afternoon when we
I
arrived.
think it was late afternoon from when we got out of the well and we started walking.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's
How
right.
dark it is.
So it's headed towards dusk now. Then
Okay.
there are inns. You can see a few things that seem to be labeled as inns. One of them
Building on
is.
the map right now. I just picked a random big building. Do I see any windows?
Let me see where you're at.
I turned the corner there instead of following.
Okay.
Because, split the party.
So you don't actually see any windows at all. What you see is just more of this hewn stone wall.
Do we see? Sorry.
No,
Yeah, carry on.
I was just asking. Like, are you looking in any other way, or?
Do we see? You said we saw like inns, merchants, mercantile, etc. Do we see any of the 6 or 7 merchants that we came to the town with? Like any of the signage, like I've got gold Lumiere on royal purple background. Any of them? Is the only one I wrote down, apparently.
No, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on your opinion of them. But no, you're not seeing anything familiar. You see a sign for an inn called the Dewdrop. You find a sign for a blacksmith and a tannery that really is just called Black and Tan.
So nothing appears to be
Nice.
open or in operation from the street.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Nothing appears to be open or in operation from the street.
It all seems to be in operation, but like you can't. Determining whether something is open would require someone to like try to open a door.
I do that.
Where?
Perhaps we should step into one of the inns and inquire what is on about to this place.
So I'll go ahead and let me just label one of these. Draw shape. Okay, so the thing I'm going to label green.
Nobody draw on the map. Don't do it.
Well, now that you said it,
No, don't do it.
I hadn't even thought of it until you said it. and
No.
now I really want
everybody
to.
has to show their hands.
Nope. We've pissed him off enough for one night.
So this is the Dewdrop.
Ooh, I
Oh,
like that.
goody! It's the one I'm standing in fucking front of.
Perhaps we
Yay!
should have a peek in the inn and see if anyone is about.
I know
Well,
that I don't know if anyone else
well-
is, but I'd like to be stealthing, or at least attempting not to be noticed.
It's difficult to not be noticed. Well, so there are ways of doing that. What is your plan? Remember, you're standing in
My
a
plan
street
is-
in which you are the only people standing in the street.
My plan is to not walk up and down like a tourist, peering at everything. Just to kind of stick to the verge, maybe stand under a tree if there's trees. Apparently there are. Just, stalker, not tourist. Not invisible, but just slightly trying to be not seen.
Okay. It's difficult for you to blend in when there's really very little to blend in with.
And I'm white, I know.
When you're 7 feet tall.
I'm not 7 feet tall.
Who opens the door?
I'm 6'7", okay?
Like, oh, that's an inn.
I believe Finn said that he opens the door.
I'd like to
That
peek in
sounds
and
right.
see what's happening in the inn.
Okay.
I will follow behind Finn.
So here's what I need is for you guys to situate yourselves in the order in which you would be walking in.
I'm just gonna hide in this shrubbery.
We're gonna
Bring
go in the
me
inn.
a shrubbery.
Nee!
Is it a nice one?
No.
A little path running through it. A path. See, that works, because that's my accent.
So, sure. So you open the door. It opens just fine. It's a big, heavy wooden door set on not metal, but actually leather hinges that are very thick and bolted.
I'm gonna stow my bow and arrows. I'm not gonna like open the door with my arrow and bow, you know.
Well, so okay. Everyone make a perception check. Actually,
Have we seen any metal?
yes,
Yes.
Okay. Just the leather.
but not a lot of it. But you
Yeah.
have seen it.
Okay.
Who's going in through the door? Who's closest to the door?
I'm in. I'm
Okay.
thirsty.
I just kind of like flick my hand and there is a snake wrapped around your neck.
My neck?
Yes. Just kind of like
How do you feel about the snake around
Loosely.
your neck,
loosely. You
draped
have
over
seen
your
her
neck?
before. You have seen her
It's a
before.
boa.
Apparently the pug was insufficient. I need a snake.
She's a very small snake. She's not big.
Well,
I've seen the snake before, so I know what's going on.
the pug represents Thalion. Thalion, what kind of dog is Thalion again?
Thalion-
He's riding.
Mastiff.
He's a mastiff.
Thalion
he's
has a
giant
token.
pug.
Yeah, we just haven't dragged him along with us.
Yeah. Well, it's
He's still at the entrance to the town.
here.
Goodbye.
Here's Thalion. Okay. So, from the perception checks, Shakes, what you notice is that, so there is actually like leather, kind of flapping. I don't know the proper term for it, but it's like leather. Basically, there's leather all around the edge of this door, such that it would create a nearly airtight seal.
Ask it.
Sort of like weather stripping.
Yeah, very similar. So you open the door, though. The door opens easily, and you are sort of assaulted with the smell of, frankly, an extremely friendly smelling tavern. There's clearly like with something like cinnamon rolls plus a very like malty, not so hoppy beer smell. Like a brown ale kind of a smell. You can smell a fire. Sense of like cedar and leather. Just very pleasant all the way around. Hardwood floors. Unfortunately, like I don't have a map for this, so it's all going to be woo of the mind. But everything is very well appointed. There are these sort of overstuffed leather chairs arranged in semicircles around largish tables. And there is no one in here except for someone behind the bar. And the person who is behind the bar is a human of average height with brown hair and brown eyes. And they say, "Hello, how may I be of service to you today?"
Good afternoon. I'd like to, if I may, have a mug of your ale, please. And I'll walk up to the bar and...
Absolutely, sir. Nice to meet you. Here you go. Boop. He does not make that noise. That is the noise of me handing over a drink.
I'll take the drink and... Whoop.
Yes.
Do we know that we have currency to use here?
You haven't crossed that bridge yet.
We'll burn that bridge when we get there.
But presumably your currency would no longer be futuristic. It should just be slightly old now.
That's true.
And an opposing empire.
No, you
Vintage
still have
coin.
some of the other coins too. You should have it on your sheet somewhere.
I do.
That's right, and they never got rid of theirs. Okay.
No, I did not. I kept it.
I
Because
am.
I keep everything, including iron lock boxes that we find
Brenly,
3
would you-
emeralds in.
Would you pay the man, Brenly? And I'll nod at her.
I
Take a
am
big
leaning casually up against this building and looking through my snake.
What am I, your valet?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you have the
Your
coin.
snake is seeing these things and every so often sniffing with its tongue. And is getting most of this back. So the bartender says, "So, how were you know what? Actually, I'm so happy to have you here. Can I get you guys anything else? I've got a lovely soup, and that's ready. It's frankly, it's almost more of a stew. It's so full of vegetables and meat and other lovely things. Can I get
I would
you
love a
some?
bowl of soup, actually.
Fantastic. Anyone
And
else?
I look around. Where is everyone? This seems like such a fine place.
It is.
Where-
Can I roll insight? This guy's giving me a bad gut feeling.
Sure. Roll insight.
Does he look familiar at all?
He does.
Like any kind of familial aspect?
Oh, I think he's so friendly. He's wonderful. I would love some soup.
You just
Oh.
became a DM. I love it.
All right. So 2 soups. Fantastic. No, he does not look all that familiar at the moment.
Okay.
Okay. 2 soups. Anyone else? Soup. 3
Please.
soups. Awesome.
No
Can I
soup.
just sit down.
No
next to
soup
them?
for the big guy? Does the
We're
big
sitting
guy
down,
just
we're
want a really big loaf of bread and a wheel of cheese?
Meat.
Meat. Let me see what I can rustle up. Ales for everyone? Yes? No?
Yes, and Brenly is buying, aren't you, dear? I wink at her.
This is on me. Woo!
Fantastic.
Buy all the things.
I will be right back. And he heads to the back, and you hear him kind of tromping down some stairs, and then it goes very quiet for a little bit, and you guys are left alone in the bar for a second.
I'm gonna pop back to myself for a second and have a look around the street and see if anything is happening on either of the crossroads I can see from where I am.
So from where you are, let me see here. So there is. Hang on, actually.
A Leech and Brick just still outside, or did you take everyone in with you?
No, Leech and Brick are. Yeah, they'll be.
Conspicuous.
Hang on, they're inside the inn.
Okay.
Is Brick fit
Okay.
inside? I thought he was a size larger.
So Brick is very big, but he can make it in. It just not like he has to kind of hunch.
It's like when adults like get into kids' playgrounds. You know, like when you see teenagers in Wendy houses, they should not be in.
When
Wendy.
Gandalf visits
Who are
Hobbit,
those?
Yeah, I what is a Wendy house?
You know, it's like a little
I don't know. I
pretend
wouldn't have
house
asked
that you
if
have
I-
in. It's like a pretend house that you have in like the garden or in a park or something, and you
Okay, so
pretend it's a house.
we just call them playhouses.
Look out!
Peter Pan, but
Look out!
okay.
the Wendy house.
Yes, they're Wendy houses, like the house that
Yeah, I
the
mean,
Peter
monster
Pan
was
and
makes
built
sense
by
now, but-
Wendy.
Look out!
Wendy house.
Why do you keep
Look
saying
out!
"look out"? Ow!
You're all
I
indoors.
did my best.
I see. I thank you for that. I do.
I would try. Heretic.
She'll get it later.
I am
Um,
a heretic, I know.
My.
I need
So,
to burn.
Or melt.
you, Metzi, do notice
Yes.
that there are some guards, 2 pairs of guards actually, that seem to just be sort of doing their rounds. One pair is coming up over there, and if I can select it, one pair is coming around over here. And as they both come into view of each other, they just sort of like signal, which is just like a, how's it going? Wave, nod. And then they, continue on their way.
I'm just going to keep an eye on them.
Okay. Are you stealthed in any particular fashion?
I'm leaning up in the lee of this house, so I would hope I'd find the shadowliest spot, but short of crouching behind a bush, there's no real stealthing to be had here, as you mentioned.
Well, so give me a stealth roll.
Ooh.
It's gonna get good.
We did it. You have Dex, right?
I am using a lucky point to reroll that.
Okay.
Thank you!
Oh wow.
Wow.
I am good at stealth. Fuck these dice.
All of a sudden, there's 3 feet of snow outside. No one can see the cat.
The white cat is hidden.
You're not
That's a nice
entirely
net 20 there.
You're not entirely sure what you did, but somehow you managed to find just the shadowiest spot. And
I have gone very, very, very still.
And yes, and as these guys walk past, they don't think to look at you, and then they start heading down this way. These guards are headed over here. By the way, Silent Fist, are you inside or outside? And Finn, same for you.
Oh, I'm in.
No, we were in. We're in.
I was first in.
Then please move yourself in, and please move Thalion.
Move into the
Is that
inn.
him? Oh, that is him. Sorry.
Thank you.
Did they look at the sign?
Who, the guards?
Yeah.
That's not a question I'm going to answer because you're not currently looking at them.
Because we're not there.
So the guards walk past, and they walk up here, and they don't seem to see Metzi.
Natural 20.
And they get over to here, and then they keep walking. And you eventually lose track of them.
I'm gonna go blind and deaf and back into my snake.
Okay.
And see what Nikan sees.
And so, back to the inside. We now have the bartender comes back up, and he looks at the group of you. He hands out a bunch of soups. The soup is a lovely, it's like a potato leek soup with some chicken and maybe some peas and carrots. It's kind of hard to tell exactly what everything is, but it's absolutely lovely. Just super tasty. And he gives everyone, fairly large hunks off of a loaf of freshly baked bread. He gives Jade what looks to be a newly roasted leg of lamb. Just hands him the whole damn leg. What?
Who told on me?
Go away.
No.
Go
Gus
away.
did.
Go away.
There's guys.
Friendly. Snitches get stitches.
She can't
You
hear.
just snitched.
Yeah, on a snitch. That doesn't count.
He hands everyone a lovely ale, and he says, "So, where are you guys from?"
We are from north of here.
North. Wasn't where
Yes,
there was
I
anything
believe
to the
that's
north.
right.
How far north are you?
A little ways.
How little's a little?
Not far.
A lot of ways.
A lot. Okay. So, I mean, where is that? Like, you're from a city, a town,
Not so much a city.
Then what? Why are you making me work this hard? I'm just trying to make idle bar chatter here.
Entertaining, actually.
Well, I don't think it's very fun. I'm not going to play this game.
Are you from here? Are you a native to this city?
Oh, I'm not a native to here. No, I've been here a while. About coming up on 20 years now.
I see. It's surprisingly quiet for a town of this size at the evening time. Where are all the people?
Everyone's inside. I would suspect. Yeah.
From what I've seen, I think you're right.
You know why?
Can I get anyone else a drink? Anything else at all? I've got
Another.
absolutely. And he'll take your mugs and he'll trump downstairs. And he's gone again for a moment. You guys.
I'm gonna poof back to myself and have a look around again.
Okay. So you can't tell if it's the same guards from before or different ones, but there are 2 guards coming from that direction again, and then there are 2 guards who are. Hang on, you gotta place them properly. I didn't really feel like making 27 guard tokens. So there are 2 guards that seem to be coming from around the outside and are headed over this way. So, doopy 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 doop. Metzi, I'm going to need you to make another stealth check.
Oh.
Different people, and it's been a moment.
I'm gonna let it stand because I don't want to use all my lucky points.
Stealth kitty.
That's higher than some passive
That's
perceptions.
a pretty good roll.
Yeah. So these guys will get to about here, and these guys get to about here, and they just seem to
Are there
be.
any windows in the inn that we can see outside?
There are not. There are no windows. And so the guards are all actually standing around just sort of chatting. They're leaning on their spears and just having a talk. Give me a... Let me see, from where you are... Yeah, go ahead, give me a... we'll say an investigation check. No, it's going to be perception. Give me a perception check to see if you can listen in without having to move location. Since I assume you'd rather not roll another stealth again.
Yeah, no, I don't want to. That's not bad.
Your rolls are consistent.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And so what you hear is we'll just unless it matters which guard, I'm just going to be sort of chattering. Yeah, so old lady Thompson was she was out after hours again. I reminded her of the curfew. She said okay, but that her chicken had gone running. I said, look, you got to get inside. It's for your safety. She gave me a little bit of lip, but she went inside. It was not a big deal. Oh, and she gave me a bunch of cookies, so I've got those for the guardhouse for later. One of the other one then says, yeah, Screamer Thompson. He was raising a ruckus just outside of town. That old guy, he's crazy. Ugh, I hate having to deal with him. But yeah, he's we got him put away for the night, so he should be okay. He ain't gonna hurt anybody at least, so that's good. One of the other guys pipes up and says, "Yeah, I didn't really see anything all that weird. We had an issue with Aaron and his brother. I can't remember his brother's name, but
Jimmy.
That's them.
No,
That's them.
that's what the guard is saying.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, sorry.
They were out too long on their hunt. I got them to come back in. I mean, those guys, they're assholes, right? Like they don't like anybody. They're always skirting the law, fucking poaching. But I got them inside. They should be fine. I did have to confiscate a deer though that they shot, because and all the rest of the guys, when he says they all go yeah. So anyway, yeah. So I guess we're just about time to head back for the end of our shift. Yeah, I was thinking about maybe getting a beer first. I don't know how much more daylight do you think we have? Oh, I don't know, probably only about 20 minutes. So I'm just gonna head on back to the guardhouse. Yeah, probably a good idea. All right. Okay. That's 4 guys saying okay. And then they all start heading off down the road because someone made a pretty good stealth check.
Yes.
And is gathering all the intel. We're like, I'm ready to go too.
I love how they march in such tight formation.
Yes.
They're very talented.
Trained, you know.
I am going to pop back into Nikan and like tug on his throat like it's like come on, come back outside.
Like a noose.
No, not like a noose, just gentle kind of like pressure.
No, like a noose.
Need like tapping on his shoulder with the tip of her tail.
What
Like,
is it,
dude,
girl? What is
this way.
So are you trying
Outside.
to get Nikan to communicate that to Finn?
Yes, and I can telepathically communicate with Nikan, so she knows what I'm asking.
Yeah, so you could just ask Nikan, get his attention, and then it's up to Nikan to decide how to do that.
I'm asking Nikan to point him outside, because.
Oh,
Come on.
She needs an ice pack. We will pause for a moment. I want you guys to think about how you're going to handle this. Finn,
make her okay.
The snake, Finn Delar, the snake actually kind of like peers its head up to the side and then kind of flicks your ear with its tongue, and then it looks at you and it makes a decidedly human gesture of pointing its head outside.
I think I'm being summoned.
And so I will be right back. I'm gonna get her an ice pack. One sec.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's try to get the snake drunk, you guys.
No.
I'm gonna slip outside and go see Metzi.
Well, not yet. Hang on. I wanted to see if I could poke behind the bar or something.
Well,
Yeah.
Being the cautious one pays the fuck off.
Cautious.
It almost
Graffiti.
didn't work.
Cautious.
Yeah.
If you would have failed any of those stealth checks, you'd probably be in jail right now.
Yeah, probably. But I didn't, because I have proficiency in stealth and perception. Because I'm a coward.
Well, Rain, so anything that Zed does, you have to add Zed to the front of it, so it's Zed-a-logging. Oh,
You robot.
We have a new robot.
Oh, now you froze. No, you're good.
When I do it, it's soliloquy.
Zed-liloquy.
Yeah.
Zed-soliloquy.
No. When I do it, it's soliloquy. I'm Shakespeare.
Jake's soliloquy.
No.
So we have a new robot, Zed.
Oh,
Jakes is the new robot.
Oh, did I get robotic?
Oh,
You
no.
totally did. For the whole time while he was gone, we didn't hear what you were saying.
Anyway,
It wasn't that important anyway.
you said
Okay.
the bartender goes downstairs.
yes.
Do we like hear him like go stump?
Yeah, stomp, 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 and then it's very quiet.
In the time that he's gone, Glory wants to get up and just kind of look around, maybe peer behind the bar for anything suspicious.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's some weird things. So for one, you can't tell where the smell of baked goods is coming from. For another, if you look over the bar, you can see that there are no mugs or barrels or taps or anything. The bar is empty.
I'll relay that to Reynolds sitting down there. Guys, there is nothing back here. Bars usually have things and taps and drinks. Where did this stuff come from?
But didn't he go to the other room to get the stuff and come back with it?
Would you keep your mugs in the other room? At a bar?
I'm not a barkeeper. I'm a locksmith. I don't know.
I'll just
Love
go sit back down before the bartender comes back up. And then I assume Snake gets attention.
Yeah, so Snake gets Finn's attention. Finn heads outside. Let's do that real fast.
I steal Finn's ball.
Okay. The two of
So
you
I have
are
a lead?
outside.
Finn, you're muted.
Just
Sorry, I was talking to Mrs. Finn.
obviously Aaron got my attention, but do I recognize the name Thompson from any of the town members or the kids?
No, that name is new.
Okay. Right. So I hope you had a nice drink. I have a lead on one of your boys.
I say, what?
Possibly.
What is it?
There are guards patrolling this town, which I don't like, and managed to overhear some conversation. They mentioned a couple of names I don't fucking recognize, but they mentioned Aaron
Oh, my eyes kind of light up.
hunting with his brother,
Yes.
who they don't remember the name of.
Joey, of course.
Well, I know that, but okay. So they apparently, these boys, not boys anymore, are they? These
No.
two fellas have been causing the guards trouble, hunting, staying out after curfew, which apparently there is in this town.
Good for them.
Yeah, so at least we know maybe one fucking person in this town is around.
Indeed. Interesting. And curfew, you say?
Yes.
Why curfew? I know that bartender mentioned something about being off the streets. Everybody's
Yeah,
in.
I got that.
He expected that everybody would be in. Perhaps we should go in.
I am
You
in.
should-
They have some good soup and ale. I hold up my mug. Would you like a drink?
I am not eating anything these people give me. Did you forget who's mayor here? Really? I don't want any of their stuff.
No, he's not chef. At any rate, perhaps we should get off the street.
I like to know where my food is coming from. That's all.
Let's go in.
Reluctantly, I'm going to follow him in.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is the barkeep wearing?
The barkeep is wearing a solid brown tunic and made of linen and let's say a thick, almost like duck cloth sort of canvas pants and leather shoes.
Okay.
I steal his shoes.
He's wearing them.
I
Believe
am going to
wearing
ask
them.
the barkeep, is there anybody else who works here with you?
Well, so he comes back up, hands you guys all your ales, and he says, "No, I had a son. I'd hoped that he would have taken over the family business, but sadly he decided to become a military man. So he is off waging some war somewhere.
Mm.
Left his old man alone after his mother died. But it's not all bad. Get to make people happy. That's what I like to do." Speaking of dessert, I've got a fresh batch of cinnamon buns just waiting. Haven't even put the icing on yet.
I'll take all of them.
Not all of them.
All of them.
Brennan, I think it's best if you share.
Well, no, I mean for us.
I'm a scolder.
I just want everything that he
Oh.
has. Every single one that he has.
Oh.
He might
Friendly must
here
roll to
bring me
diabetes.
a lot of them. I, in fact,
Diabetes.
want all of them.
Be
You
right
guys
back.
can have some too.
Betsy, cinnamon roll.
No.
Just like you.
And he stomps down the stairs again.
Seems a pleasant enough chat, but I say this is so odd here.
But they have cinnamon rolls, so
Oh, then everything must be absolutely fine if they have cinnamon rolls, and that's my one for today.
I wonder why a curfew.
Wait, was this an,
Sarcasm too
I'm sorry,
strong.
was this an inn or was this just a bar?
In.
It's an inn.
It's an inn.
Shakes. Metzi hears a voice.
Oh shit.
Hello. It's been a while.
Just like sotto voce, like turning slightly away from everyone. Where the fuck have you been?
Well,
Right here.
it's very difficult for me to converse with you when, you're not in your own space or time. All of the places that we've been going lately, some of them I'm not allowed to be.
That was very fucking cryptic and not at all helpful.
Have I ever been anything else?
Can't argue that.
Although I am about to change that. Don't trust what you see, but don't be outside after dark.
Good to know. Do I have to touch someone now?
No. I think that our relationship has moved past that point. I've gotten to where I can almost feel things on my own.
Oh, thank fuck.
Yes, it is much better for us, this way.
And at some point you are going to make good on offered information, right?
Which information was that?
Well, you seem to know more about me than I know about me at the moment, and I'd rather like to explore that when we're not stuck in a town where the mayor wants us dead.
I only know about you what you know about you, whether you know it or not.
Again, fucking cryptic, not very helpful. I'd like to know the things I don't know, if that wasn't clear. I am now just talking to myself. By the way, Sotto Voce has gone. I'm just talking to myself.
Well, then we certainly can have that conversation, but perhaps it should be had when you are not in direct mortal danger, as you seem to spend a lot of your time in.
Or he's just like,
I have spent most of my life in direct mortal danger. I'm not sure ever going to get out of that.
There are levels. You understand that.
Yeah,
I'm amazed you ever sleep.
so am I.
Well, I'm going to go quiet now. But remember, for both our sakes, don't go outside after dark. I'm hearing chatter that concerns me. I'll let you know more if I know more.
In a slightly clearer fashion, possibly.
Probably not.
Just go.
Yeah, Wiley, you still got most of that. And Moogs, even though, even with your 3, you still got parts of it. Because Shakes is not really hiding that much.
No, after the first interaction, he didn't care about people hearing him anymore. He just wanted information. So he was not being subtle. He was just talking to himself.
Sure you won't have that ale now?
Yes, because alcohol would be a good addition to this situation. Did you not understand not eating these people's stuff?
Seems fine
and
with
also,
me.
we're stuck here until dawn.
Metzi, not to interrupt yourself, but you remember how you figured out when we were by looking at the bottles? I thought I'd do the same thing, and I looked behind the bar, but there was nothing there.
I just looked directly at Finn that sounds suspicious, and look back at Glory.
Well, he does go to the basement to fetch everything.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Because it's not normal to keep your booze behind your bar.
The door then opens. What's not normal now? And he's got a tray of steaming cinnamon buns and a big bowl of frosting. And says, I thought it might be fun to let you do the icing yourself. So here's the cinnamon buns, and here's the icing.
Friendly takes the icing. No.
I need dexterity rolls from both. Actually, no. I want
strength rolls.
I want you both to roll initiative.
Okay.
You don't have to mark your token. Just roll initiative.
Fuck.
Oh,
So,
Give me that icing.
Yoink.
Cast hold person. I'm kidding.
Do it. Do it. That's the only way you're getting any of this icing.
How long have we got before dark?
it's hard to say without like opening the door a crack.
Because there's no window.
Or did you ask
but
the bartender?
We
Should
just
be soon
we just
based on your
came in.
conversation you overheard with the guards.
Yeah, we just came in, so would I be able to to just tell if it's like right now or if it's like in the next 10 minutes?
Like in the next 5 minutes ish. Like
Okay, no,
it is
we're stuck here.
happening. So, I assume you guys are staying the night. Would you like me to set up your beds, your rooms? How many will you
Yep.
be needing?
One room, all of us.
One room.
Yep.
I don't know that I've got a room that'll handle. And he's looking from Silent Fist to Brick. He's like,
How about the room we're in now?
Snuggly.
the room where, well, I mean, I suppose, wouldn't you be more comfortable in proper beds?
Nope, we're good.
the cat sleeps on the floor, so that's one less bed we need.
Okay.
I have a bedroll I can use.
We have slept
use
on
the
the
cat.
floor before. We're fine. You will not.
Not you, the cat.
Well, I assume it's probably pretty close to time. Hang on 1 second. And he pushes a button, and there's over the mantelpiece, what was like a sort of a deer head, kind of recedes and slides over, and then an hourglass comes out instead. It seems to be clockwork. You can hear like gears clicking. And the hourglass has, just a few grains left. At the rate that it's going, you would guess probably about 3 minutes or so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Didn't get your name, barkeep.
I don't really have one. I mean, I do, of course, but it's not one that anyone ever cares about. I'm just Brown the barkeep.
So why the curfew? Why does no one go out after dark exactly?
Well, there's a couple of different reasons. There's some pretty nasty weather out there. There's the poison gas that seeps in and basically obliterates anything moving.
What
From
if you're not moving?
basically ground level to about 5 feet up. I mean, what do you mean by not moving? Like, I used to have a dog. I don't have a dog anymore. You really gotta make sure that nothing's out there.
Do I believe him?
Well, okay, so I want insight checks from everybody. But then also intelligence checks. So 1 insight, 1 intelligence.
I'm real smart.
Whoops.
Okay, so let me see here. So
Very
moves,
insightful.
Jade, Cubit. Okay, so Glory, Silent Fist, and Brenly get the insight checks, and Wiley. So Finn.
I'm rolling really consistent.
See, they're roboting now.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like Finn's the only one who gets the int check actually. So the 3 of you who succeeded on the insight check, what you realize or what you sort of feel is that this guy is definitely holding something back. And I just fucked up our. There we go. Hopefully, everything is fine now. So. Like, he seems to be holding something back. You're not sure what. But he comes off as being honest about this particular thing that he's talking about right now.
About the gas.
As far as the intelligence check, Finn, what you realize is you didn't see any horses posted outside. You saw no beasts of burden kept outside. You saw no animals really of any kind that were outside of anyone's home, which is weird, to say the least.
Hey, Moogs, where's Hallelujah?
Yeah, how much time do I have?
You don't.
Well, you have about 3 to 4 minutes. And by the way, not everyone from the party is here.
Yes,
Ellswick
John and
and
Ellswick are
John
outside.
Hole.
Have two
Ellswick's
more
fine,
companions
but-
we should fetch.
I'm pretty sure Ellswick and John Hole have the cart and Hallelujah.
Yep.
Yeah, so I just call out to Brown, Mr. Brown, 3 rooms, and I right out the door to the car and everyone.
No,
Boy.
1 room.
I follow too.
Okay, so the two of you who are headed outside, please move your tokens back towards the front gate. So it takes you, a solid minute and some change to get back out to the front gate. But you do. And out here, Ellswick and John will, once they see you, kind of hop out
Running and
from the bush. And Ellswick will say, yes? What have you found?
If
Poison
we're
gas,
outside
poison
after
gas,
dark,
poison
we'll
gas.
all die.
Poison gas, let's go.
Oh,
Metzi is
okay.
staring intently at that fucking hourglass.
I just whistle for the more.
Your horse does not respond because the cart is not there.
Where's the horse?
Oh, a few of the guards came by and impounded it, I guess. They took it.
Cool, so she's inside. All right, let's go.
I pick up Ellswick because I don't know how strong or weak he is, and I just run.
Let's
go.
Ellswick's actually fine, and he'll sort of like wriggle out of your arms when you try to grab him.
That's right.
Like,
I can fucking teleport. Never mind.
I'm okay. Get your hands
John
off of me.
Hole!
Yeah.
Leave him.
Pick up John Hole!
Leave him.
John
No.
is fine. He makes it in.
That's fine.
He's capable of running.
I believe in John. Thank you.
Soon as they come through the door, just turn around. Well, that was stupid.
What?
You would rather we left them?
I'm pretty sure that if the poisonous gas starts to rain down on a town, they're going to book it.
I don't know how fast acting it
But
is.
where would they
Or how
book
far?
it to?
And by the way, as you guys run inside, you do begin to see sort of tendrils of a foggy, like a mossy fog kind of coming up from the ground.
Shut the fucking door, shut the fucking door, shut the fucking door.
I thought we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the leather thing.
Yeah.
Hisses is a pressure.
That explains the weather stripping. Right.
And
I'm just gonna...
Brown, who's behind the bar, says, yeah, so that comes in most nights. Some nights it's different.
By different, do you mean what exactly?
Different. I've seen lots of things. One morning I came out and it was all puddles of blood everywhere. Another morning I came out and there were frogs crushed, it seemed, just covering the streets and every surface. Took us days to clean them off. The crows had a field day, though.
I wager they did.
Why weren't they okay?
Does anyone understand the source of these oddities?
No, seems to be that we're cursed, you see. At least that's what some of the old biddies say.
How long has this been happening?
Oh, well, I've been here 20 years, like I said, and it's been happening that whole time that I've been here.
Would I be aware of any natural phenomenon that would cause weird stuff?
Actually, this is totally fucking baffling for you. However, Glory should make a religion check.
Ever visited Egypt?
I was thinking plagues of frogs and locusts. And,
Yeah, there's no natural reasons for these things to occur. Like, you have heard of rains of frogs as a thing. It's usually like an old wives' tale, right? This is a little different, you suspect. So Glory, hang on, because
But they're making. Does that also eating candy then too?
Say what? I'm sorry.
Does it eating candy too? What did they make coming up?
No, it never seems to be anything good. It's never really anything useful, or something that you would like to have fall from the sky. I keep waiting for gold, but hasn't happened yet. So as you're thinking from a religion standpoint, you do realize that you have heard stories of evil weather. Sometimes when a place is so fully saturated in just true evil, the weather can be directly affected by it. You've heard stories of all manner of things, all the things that he mentioned, but there are a few other things that, like, you have vague recollections of, like, a crimson rain that isn't blood, but it's something else, and you don't remember exactly what it does because you didn't roll high enough. And something about like a blue rain. You've heard of an emerald snow, but again, you don't remember what any of those things do.
The emerald is a yellow snow. While icing cinnamon rolls, just kind of lost in thought.
You don't have any icing. I have the icing.
I stole it.
No, you didn't. Because I already ate it.
You already ate. Because I had to get my look for my horse.
Do you need more icing? I can go get you more icing. I'll go get you more icing. And he
I'll come with you.
hops. Oh, no, please don't. Please don't. Just stay here. You're my guest. Just stay here. Everything is fine. I'm just going to get you some more icing. I'll be right back.
Why is there no supplies up here on this level?
Because this is the guest level. I like to have everything prepared somewhere else. I'll be right back. And he opens the door and trumps downstairs.
Follow him. Not sneaky.
You can't. You're wearing chainmail.
You get like
Just not even trying.
Like a couple of feet towards the door, and he stops and because he hears you. He turns around and says, "Really, please, I must insist. This is not a guest area."
I will burn a divine sense and look right at him. Does he smell evil?
He does not smell evil. What all does that tell you?
Let me do the thing. There. You can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything afflicted by hallow or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Okay.
So anything in the room.
He is neither good nor evil.
Do the cinnamon rolls look evil?
They look sinful, but not evil.
Thank God. Gods. Okay, eating a cinnamon roll. Like,
so he is. Do you back off, Brenly?
I wait for him to like turn like he's gonna walk again, and then I just keep walking. Like I'm not saying anything. I'm just gonna keep following him.
I can't get you any more frosting if you're gonna keep following me. I really can't have guests back here.
Why? What's back there?
Non-guest area.
Like what?
Like a non-guest area. Have you never been to say a restaurant in a large city before?
Nope.
Okay, well, guests aren't allowed in certain places, and this is one of them.
Why not?
Because it's not for you. It's not a controlled space. You could get hurt. You could knock something over. You could...
It's fine.
I assure you it's not. Please.
But what if I just come a little bit?
You already have, and I'm already uncomfortable with that. I haven't.
How big is this room?
the room is actually quite sizable. It's about, let me see. Well, okay, according to 5 foot squares, it's about 60 feet. It's probably actually a bit bigger than that, but the scale on the map is always a little wonky.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to cast Zone of Truth somewhere near him so that he's in it.
Okay.
And then he has to make a charisma save.
Can you link Zone of Truth again?
Of course.
So you create a magical zone, guards against deception.
I cast Zone of Truth.
Am I in it?
Am I in it?
Yeah, you all are.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Whoever Leech is in the corner. Leech doesn't get it.
Okay, I'm
Depending
not.
where the stairs are.
I'm not.
Do
going
we
to-
all have to make a charisma save?
If you want.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to notice I'm still here.
Oh.
Oh my.
Seriously? I have a +7. I'll let
Everyone.
it go. He doesn't really lie anyway. So.
Everyone in your party fails their save. You do not know whether he has failed his save.
So can finish that. So what's down there?
That's suspicious.
It is a non-guest area. I really don't appreciate being hounded like this. I'm sorry, but I must insist that you remain in the places where I've, specifically designated that they are for guests.
Are you hiring?
No.
What's down there that we can't see? I'm curious.
My kitchen, for one, and just where I live.
Anything
if you
else?
have comfortable quarters, perhaps we could all stay down there.
Did you forget to clean?
I'm sorry?
Is there anything else down there?
You're all asking me so many questions at once. There is not anything else down there that is for you. And as far as forgetting to clean, no, I keep everything fairly clean. But it's certainly not as clean as this space is, which is why this is for you and that isn't.
Is there anything else down there other than the kitchen and where you live?
Like I said, of course there are. But again, it's not a guest area.
Okay, wait. So I'm trying to envision. We kind of walked through a doorway. Are we in a hallway?
So he stopped you heading down these stone stairs.
How wide is the staircase?
Can we all hear this? Are they in line of sight, or have they gone?
They're just outside of line of sight. They're right around the corner.
And have we seen
But we
Glory
can all hear
cast
what's
Zone
going
of
on.
Truth?
There's a thematic component, so you see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know you're under there, so.
Yeah.
An affected creature is aware and thus can avoid answering questions.
Oh, so he knows. Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
And usually
Sounds
Glory
like
would know whether anyone succeeded or failed, but Glory couldn't tell this time.
Hmm.
Not that I know that, or not that Brenly knows that, but we
Just
know
squinting in that
do
direction.
you actually know? Because it doesn't say so.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
that. What? Right there at the bottom, it says you know whether each creature succeeds or fails.
Oh, okay. No, he failed.
Oh, okay. So he's just being very careful about what questions he's answering.
I'm gonna
there-
go over to the bar and start digging behind it, and then just shout, "Why is there no booze in this bar?
There is. Let me get it for you, but
Why isn't it
Please.
behind the bar? It's a bar. Do you not understand?
While he's
what a
distracted, can I
bar
juke
is?
around him?
it's really not that big. You'd basically have to knock him down the stairs if you wanted to keep going forward.
If there's anything behind this bar, I'm knocking it out onto the floor. Anything.
Fucking cat.
I am curled over the top of the bar and just being sunk, 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 sunk until I
Can I
find some booze.
see any
There's
of my-
actually
Which I know isn't there.
nothing under the bar. It's clean.
Then I am just clawing at wood
Okay.
loudly. Where is the booze?
It's downstairs, but I can't get it as long as your ill-mannered friend continues to press me on this.
Why is it not up here, where the paying customers are?
I'm
honestly,
trying to
it's a
get...
bad business model. Are you going to disappear out of the room to serve everyone drinks? Do you never have a busy night? It's just ridiculous.
I don't have busy nights, but I do just fine. No one seems to mind. Until you. Why are you pushing?
This is terrible. This is terrible
strange.
business. The customer is always right.
Bradley, do you actually push him down the stairs?
Doing my best to be a
Oh
distraction.
gosh.
Okay, wait.
What
Can
a-
I
what a
see
question.
any of my party members from where I am?
Like
If I turn and look.
Over the bar.
you can see them. You could take a step forward and then you wouldn't be able to.
There's
I kinda,
a wildly
look at
lashing
them,
tail.
like I'm judging what I'm about to do. And then I kind of want to grapple him, out of the way.
Okay. Make a strength check.
If this person is on the level, we are awful, awful people.
His name is Brown. He doesn't have a name.
You've grabbed him. He is grabbed. What are you doing with the poor guy?
I wanted to grab him, bear hug him, and kind of spin our positions.
Okay.
Oh, like when you're moving
Oh, you
a
learned some
toddler
of
away
those
from
dance
something
moves
hot,
from when
just
you were dancing with me, huh?
Is she shorter than him?
Yes.
Is it
But
hilarious?
she's
Hey, of course I
also
am.
much stronger than he is.
She's shorter than everyone. Come on.
So she picks him up and spins him around and says, "Please, let me go! What are you doing? Assault! Assault! Guards! Guards!
Bentley?
Please!
I'm just hugging him.
What guards?
Anyone! Help me!"
I kind of
No
just
one-
And then I let go.
No
and I try
one's
to-
outside. We're okay. No one's going to be on the streets. It's fine.
I'm thinking they have a tunnel system.
Yeah.
do the guards have tunnel systems here?
I don't know.
He's just.
I'm asking
I'm
Brown.
gonna find out.
Brown is just frantic.
Okay. So I wanna put him down and try to run down.
Okay. You set him down and you run down the stairs and you see a kitchen. Fully stocked. Functional kitchen.
You're getting quiet, by the way. I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry.
I keep running. Are there any other doors?
There are other doors. They are locked. They have no windows. There are 3 other doors down here.
I want to try to break the locks.
I think we need to determine whether or not who are not chased after Brenly because I
You
don't want all
people
of them.
need to get out of here right now. I don't
This
care about the
counts.
gas. I do not care. You are robbing me in the middle of the night. This is not acceptable. I am not
Does
okay with
anybody
this.
have
Please
friends?
get your
I
friend
don't.
out of my home.
I would have cast friends, but I don't have that.
Neither do I.
What are the rest of you doing? Finn, what are you doing during all of this?
I'm watching. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm a little out of my element. I'm puzzled.
Finn is not a specialty in bar fights.
Who did we wait? Why did you switch boxes?
Cupid
What?
blinked out for a second.
I didn't do anything.
I'm gonna
Didn't
assume it
do
was totally
anything.
accidental.
I don't know what I did if I did something.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine.
This is fine.
You're in zone of truth. You have to tell us. Is it fine?
No,
Who am I
it's not
now?
fine. Hang on. Okay, so the bartender is frantic and screaming. There we go.
I am going to go over to the bartender, put my big paw on top of his head and just lean in and be like, "You will be quiet now or worse things will happen.
Betsy!
She doesn't mean you any harm. She's just an idiot. So be
Make-
quiet now or things will get worse." And I am intimidating.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Tell him the truth.
make an intimidate check.
I'm intimidated.
Oh Lord.
Fuck.
I ain't messing with that shizzle.
Big fucking cat.
Okay.
Big white cat.
I am not using my claws, by the way. It's just a very large paw. on top of his head. Just like, shh, no.
Big, clean, white cat.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. He shuts up, but you do also sort of get almost like a sort of a sour scent as a rapidly darkening spot on his pants spreads, and he cowers in the corner at the top of the stairs.
Oh no, I'm still holding onto his head. He's not moving.
Okay, well, he's cowering as much as he can cower while still stuck in your hand and is pissing himself.
Okay.
Good.
He's not afraid of me, is he?
You're just eating cinnamon rolls.
Right now, he's afraid of all of you.
Okay. Then
And
he
I just
can't-
call down the stairs, Renly, faster would be better.
If he's afraid of me, then he cannot move.
Then send the guy who does the locks.
Big guy,
Wait,
pop downstairs and see what the fuck she's doing.
I'm just gonna look at every at Glory and Glory Infinity. Metzi gave me permission. I'm going. I'm just gonna go down the stairs.
Lovely idea.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna look at the guy I'm holding and be like, I don't know how I have ended up in this
can't move
position.
because he's
But apparently, it's happened.
this guy can't move because he's afraid of.
He's
Glory.
afraid, so he has a speed of 0.
He's
He's also being pinned down by Mitzi.
Yeah, it's
Fine.
just like heavy hand, just like not moving.
It's
Okay,
very heavy-handed of you. Yeah.
so I'm going down the stairs.
Yep.
Brenly, what
Yes?
did you need help with? I think they have everything handled upstairs.
Perfect. So everything's going really well. So all three of these
I
doors
think
are locked,
so.
and I don't really like that.
But why do we have to unlock the doors?
You know, I already forgot, but now that we're here, can we just do it anyway?
But it doesn't feel right. I'm a good locksmith now.
Oh.
Is he in the zone of truth? Is he telling the truth?
He would be outside of your zone of truth right now.
Okay, fine.
He's probably still telling the truth, though. It's
He probably still is. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I'll just break them then.
No. Let's look around first. Because you know what happens when you and I do things without thinking about them? Metzi gets angry, and then
But
bad
Metzi
things
sent me
happen.
down here.
And then we go to like weird worlds, and I don't want to go to other weird worlds. Please,
Not wrong.
I want to look around to see if I can see why he's being so defensive about this downstairs area.
Okay, and I'm looking for keys.
I have major like scar with that little mouse energy just going on.
That's George.
I love that.
George is in my other hand.
Okay.
So
I
yeah,
wouldn't just hit him with a pebble.
the guy's, I mean, he's like starting to shiver a little bit, like just out of sheer terror. He definitely thinks he's going to die.
I'm just like. pat him.
You guys do not find any keys. You don't find any keys.
Do we find anything that would indicate why he does not want us down there?
It's a kitchen. It's full of kitchen things. There's a hearth with a like under that is heating an oven that is over top of it. The oven, like the chimney from the oven goes up all the way through the whole house. Probably that's how it's warmed. You can see the remains from his baking of the cinnamon rolls, as well as there is a gigantic stock pot that is just a very low boil that the soup is in.
Do I see any more of the frosting?
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
any of the baking bowls.
Okay, no.
Finger.
Brenly, you can take the frosting, and then we can go back upstairs, and we can say sorry to the nice man.
Are you sure he's nice?
Remember when? Well, you weren't around, but Brick said a thing about big hearts, and I'm trying to be big hearts right now, and I don't want to have to hurt you. Please come with me.
Oh no!
You think you could hurt me?
Oh no!
I would hug you. Very, 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 very hard hug.
Oh my god, he's like a Care Bear with abs.
Abdominal bear. Six-pack bear.
Hey,
Yeah, like, you know, they
Lexi.
have the symbol on their tummies. His is just like a 6-pack with a heart.
Six-pack with six-pack.
6 packs. 6 hearts.
Like a 6-pack in the shape of a heart.
The heart pack.
Oh. I thought each ab was a heart.
They are now.
Oh,
We're getting off
no.
topic.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Metzi. Does he have keys on him?
Jesus.
Just look at him. Do you have keys on you?
Here.
Again, the quicker
This
we
is
get
the
this
most
over with, the
ever.
quicker we
He-
can leave you alone.
He's handing them to you. Like he reaches down and he kind of wipes them off on the dry part of his shirt.
Mhm.
Oh.
I take the keys and I walk downstairs. Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Um,
And I just kind of like, and I press to digitate his pants and other areas. He's clean now. He's clean.
that's so nice.
I'm
I'm
gonna
sorry.
yell up to Metzi. Metzi, is Brenly allowed to unlock the doors?
Using the key, yes. Do not touch anything.
Stomping downstairs.
I already licked the icing bowl.
Do not touch anything else. Look with eyes, not with fingers. I am sorry about this. But the sooner it's over, the sooner we can stop.
Glory, you're in charge now. I'm going back upstairs, and I'm gonna stomp off like a little baby, even like though I'm like 8 feet tall. I'm gonna stomp a little brat
You're
back.
leaving Glory in charge?
That's your problem now, Glory.
Glory and I have lots of fun together.
I
Let's
toss
open the
keys-
doors.
I toss the keys to Bren. Do I see any food down here?
I mean, again, there's the remains of baking. There is the giant stock pot of soup. There are barrels of ale.
Is there pocket bacon?
I feel really bad about this right now.
Yeah, we're robbing him. This isn't good. Okay.
Real fast, what's everyone's alignment?
Yeah.
Uh,
LG.
Yeah, right.
LG, let's.
Chaotic good.
I'm chaotic good.
I'm neutral good.
Moves, you
Chaotic
said you're
neutral.
lawful good?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have no reason to be doing this. This guy has committed no crime. He's done nothing to
Yeah.
you.
Well, we are in Wolf.
But I know he's lying to me about
We are
something.
suspicious.
You know that he is being deceptive, but that on its own is, I mean, it's up to you as to whether or not, because it's not like you were here in some official law-keeping capacity either. He has no legal requirement to tell you every piece of truth he knows about everything.
Before I hand the keys to Bren, don't steal anything. Don't don't break anything, please.
I don't want to.
Just shouting down the stairs again. Eyes, not fingers.
When I walked
Look
back up,
with
when I
the
worked,
eyes.
when I walked upstairs to get back to the bar, I look at the man and said, "I'm sorry, I tried, and I'm just gonna sit back down."
Oh, okay.
We're really, really not going to hurt you unless we have cause. But we don't. We really, really don't want to hurt you. She's just so stupid. I don't know how I get involved in these things. No, I know exactly how I get involved in these things, and it's so
yeah, I
stupid.
don't-
Perhaps
I
it's
don't
because
think-
none of you ever tell her no.
I don't think the good
I
Mr.
tell her
Brown's
no
going to do anything.
constantly.
Okay,
I
I'm
just
sorry. I
tried
didn't
to-
mean to suggest. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
I
Oh,
just
no,
tried
no,
to tell
let
her
him know.
no,
It's
it
okay.
didn't work, Mr.
Okay.
Brown.
It's okay. Shush, 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 shush.
So, Cubit has the keys now.
Yes.
Cubit, there are 3 doors and 3 keys. Sorry, there are 3 doors and 4 keys. Each key has a different shape. There is a circle, a square, a triangle, and a diamond.
Ooh.
Oh God.
And what did? Okay, I walk up to the first door.
The door has the symbol of a circle just above the doorknob.
But I don't
This
know.
is weirdly esoteric for a bar.
Call upstairs. Which door is your bedroom?
I'm presuming so they won't go in.
Yes.
No, I mean, I'm saying to him, I'm presuming so they won't go in.
The circle door?
Okay,
I open
no
the circle door
circles.
with the circle key.
You push Brian away from the circle door. Other ones.
Okay.
You went up. You don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I yelled.
So I mean, I need you guys to decide. Like, did you open the circle door or not?
No.
Brenley?
He's the one with
Did
the
they
key.
tell me not to? Yeah, they did. Okay, so I go to the other doors.
Okay. The next door is the square.
I open the square with the square key.
Okay. The door opens, and it is a larder. There are a variety of root vegetables. There are onions, sacks of potatoes, carrots, parsnips, etc. There's something that you think is rutabaga, but you've never seen a rutabaga. But like you look at it, and you're like, that's probably a rutabaga.
What's a rutabaga?
Tends to be a rutabaga.
The tuber?
Yeah,
So like a potato.
similar.
Not unlike a
Except-
turnip.
but
It's
not.
like
More like a
more
turnip.
like a,
Yeah.
yeah, more like a turnip.
Oh,
'cause it's
okay.
And you see cabbages, and there are big grain sacks, oats, flour, something
We are
called
literally just robbing a guy.
rice.
Healthy
Only robbing
eating.
if you
The real
feel.
treasure. We're not taking anything. We're not robbing.
I do
Oh,
like
no.
kind of
we
move
just
some of the
committing
grain
assault.
sacks.
No.
Sure there's like nothing around or underneath it.
Grabbing her by the scruff. It's a food storage. Check the other one.
Fine. I go to the other one.
Okay.
Shows the door behind me.
So the next one. So what did I say? Circle, square, diamond, and what was the other one?
Triangle.
Triangle.
Triangle. Thank you. The other one's the triangle door.
I try the square key.
Nothing happens.
I try the triangle key.
Okay. The door opens, and it seems to be a latrine. There's
Oh my god.
There's a hole, and there's like a little chair with a hole cut out of the center of it, and then there's like a hole that goes down. It actually smells okay for being a latrine. You think that there's
That's suspicious.
some kind of perhaps very rudimentary plumbing system.
Yeah, gutter robes. You know,
There might be an Elswick down there.
There's there's even a hand crank water pump in this room with a hook just over it. Looks like you could probably fill basins of water for heating, for bathing and stuff.
Just look at Bren. Shut the door.
She's like holding and eyeing that circle key.
This is the first time I've ever come across a latrine that has a key lock. Interesting. Not important, just interesting.
Holding
Friendly
Bren
makes
by
a
the
break
hand,
for the
walking
circle door.
Oh,
Is there a circle door? I thought there was just
Yeah.
two doors.
Yeah, that was the bedroom.
no.
Circle door.
The circle was the
Right,
first
down.
one.
Doors. First one's the
Make a
circle.
break for it
Okay.
and try to open it.
Okay. Use which key?
Circle key.
Use the circle key on the circle door, and it is indeed a bedroom. It's very plain. The bed is like a what we would call a full-size bed. It's got a couple of pillows, some blankets. The blankets are a little threadbare, but they've been patched. There
Is that like a single or a double?
like a double.
Okay.
There's but not a king size, not really big.
I literally know
Oh,
single and double. That's all
queen.
I've got.
Okay.
King, California King.
Yeah.
This or this?
No, there's more to it than that.
No.
I will
no.
show you the world.
No, the single, double, and people have too much money. That's what it is. Single, double,
Okay.
too much money.
Anywho, getting off of your bizarrely proletarian English ideals.
It's pointless.
So I mean it's there's a trunk that is open.
Does it have a key like a diamond?
well, you don't know because it's open, so you can't see the lock. But inside of it, you can clearly see clothes. On one side are a bunch of folded pants. In the middle are a bunch of folded undergarments. On the other side are a bunch of folded shirts.
Just snap it. Hey, Ben, let's go. Come on.
Okay, I close the door and I try the diamond key.
Okay. It opens.
And then what does it look like?
A tunnel. A dark tunnel.
You sumbit.
All right, get out the torches. Let's go.
I throw a torch down into the darkness. No, I don't do that.
Oh.
It's not that dark, and it doesn't go down. It's at your level.
Hey,
I was mid
I
scold
found
and I
a
looked in the
tunnel.
Shit.
I call back up. Where does
Right.
the tunnel go?
Might want to answer.
Do you promise not to tell anyone?
There's no one else here for us to tell. Where does the tunnel go?
We have no interest in telling people. Just really, who would we tell?
Can you bring them upstairs then, so I can just talk? Can we just talk?
Okay. Come back up.
Friendly's coming back up.
Looking at the tunnel. Okay.
Metzi has been very accommodating of Brenly so far, so Brenly feels particularly obedient.
Feeling obedient at all is
Score one for trauma, Daddy. Yay!
All it
Good
took,
parenting, folks.
all it took was making some guy piss himself.
Yeah.
Well, he's not my kid. I don't care.
He still cleaned it.
And I am?
I'm not evil.
so. So you guys come upstairs, and he stands up. Your hand is still on his head, but he stands up.
I
I move my hand to his shoulder.
Can we all just take a seat out here, and I'll tell you everything, okay?
And I walk him over to a chair and put him in, like.
Okay.
I love you in a kitchen, by the way.
Thanks.
And then I stand behind the chair.
So, part of the resistance, okay? There are a lot of us from the Celadoran Empire who don't really appreciate having all of these Kandorian dogs in our backyard. We know they're up to something. And
I'm going to pull out a Celadorian coin and set it on the table.
I haven't seen any of those in a while, but that's, I'm in enemy territory. Look, I'm just a guy, okay? I moved here back in the old town, and when these guys came through and burned everything to the ground, me and a few others, we got together and made sure that that we could share information so that we could maybe try to take the place back someday. They didn't really keep very good records of who was or wasn't supposed to be here or where they came from, and so I just kind of snuck in, and I've been hanging out under the radar ever since.
You came in with the old town.
Yeah, so look,
And you don't recognize us.
No, I was one of the last group of people to come in. I hadn't even set up my tent yet.
How old does he look?
Because, to be fair, we brought Ellswick and John Hole in with us, so I just point back at Ellswick like, seriously, you don't recognize any of us.
He looks kind of familiar, but look, when I came in, I was only there for maybe an hour before the wolves attacked.
Ah, carry on.
They burned our caravan. They destroyed all the homes. I've never seen so many goblins in one place. It was a massacre. We we couldn't hold our own. So, hey, look, you know, I mean, I know I'm probably gonna die now. You're probably gonna sell me out to the fucking wolves, but
Really not gonna happen.
What if I told you that I wanted Thok dead?
I want them all dead.
really.
Thok, vengeance, the lot of them.
Wait, so you're not from the Empire? You're not Kandorian guards or spies or whatever?
Just point over at Elswick.
Right now.
He was the
I
man.
look like I could be a spy.
Yeah.
Does she sound like she could be a spy?
I mean, it was pretty effective here.
Blunt instrument, not spy.
I'm more of a chainsaw than a scalpel kind of person.
Well, okay. Okay, so I mean, you're speaking my language now. At least you got to give me a minute. I need some time to calm down, though. You really scared the shit out of me, or the piss,
No,
I
no,
suppose.
just piss.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
I am sorry about that.
Do you know Aaron and Joey by any chance?
Yeah, they're our leaders. Well, I mean, we don't really have leaders because if we had ranks, then they might find out. But yeah, everyone listens to those guys. They know what they're doing.
Ah, very nice.
This guy trained them.
Really?
I like Will Smith pose at Findalar.
Wow. Wow. And you say that guy over there was the mayor?
Elswick.
Elswick, by the
I'm
way.
gonna take out a little scroll and just like slap it on the table in front of him, and it's a list of names, and be like, "Do any of these ring a bell?"
Okay,
Oh,
so
it's your kid.
Those are
They're
the
my
kids, weren't
kids.
they?
so
Like, I don't care about any of this shit. I want to know if my kids are okay.
so Elswick is, I mean, he's a fucking blank slate. He is sitting in a chair, and you've never seen him look, frankly, more grim than he does right now. Like he's got this sort of 1,000-yard stare. He is not really in the moment.
That's really worrying, considering we saw him take a ballista to the chest.
That was years ago.
Yeah, but if he's never looked more grim than right now, that's really worrying.
What is it?
We pulled like a rake out of his chest.
He gave a really good speech before that, though.
That's true. If I do say so myself.
Yes,
But no,
it was a good speech.
So
Good speechifying.
but yeah, so this he looks over the list. Brown does. He says,
There are 13 people on that list, not including Joey and Aaron.
well,
2 of them were babies. Just remember how cruel you want to be.
this one, Lily.
Yes.
Yeah, she's still alive.
Silly Lily.
She's shacked up with one of the wolves.
Lily.
Oh.
Did Brenly
gap.
say that out loud?
I'm sure quite out of necessity.
Metzi has gone very quiet.
We
May not
don't
have been her choice.
we don't know where her loyalties are. We haven't really talked to her in about 5 years.
No one else.
No, not that I recognize, but a lot of us, we took on different names.
Would now be a good time to do a perception check if we think that he's lying or not.
Yeah, that
Insight.
would be, yeah.
Or insight.
So insight, yes. Hang on one sec.
Oh,
Noise.
None of you are sure, really. All of this could be just a convenient fantasy. But Moogs, you're pretty certain. This guy seems legit. This is
And
actually the most. Oh yeah, and Wiley. Yeah, the both of you are pretty sure that he's finally telling you the whole truth.
Zoic, what do you make of this?
Yeah.
Wait,
Was there a caravan that arrived right before the wolves came?
I was on it.
Who said that?
Me, Brown.
Brown.
I was
thought
asking
he was
Zoic.
Elswick.
Elswick, whatever.
Oh,
his name
sorry.
was. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. Ellswick does. Oh, yes. I apologize. There was a caravan that had just arrived. We hadn't yet had a chance to process everyone. I've forgotten a lot about that day.
I'm sure.
Well, it's more complicated than I can explain right now, but I wasn't fully myself that day.
Oh,
Are you
so
the
the
grey
bastard
guy?
made himself useful.
Maybe. I don't actually know. I remember seeing a cloud on the horizon of a lot of dust being kicked up in the air as if by an incredibly large horde of beings, and then I heard a war horn, and it's actually the last thing I recall. I shifted. I blacked out.
Push one of the soup bowls over to him.
Thank you. I mean, he eats the soup.
So then, Brown, will probably be important for us to remain hidden.
Yeah. Yeah, people don't go out at night. And the guards are going to ask for some kind of identification if they don't recognize you.
Does the tunnel offer us any refuge?
Well, I mean, you're safe to sleep here. The guards aren't going to come in during the night as long as you're awake by morning. The tunnel, the guards don't know about, so you should be okay in there.
Where does it go?
How might we get word to others?
Well, right now the tunnel goes to Ricardo's shop. He runs a magic and oddities store.
Does he like frogs?
Yeah. Why?
That asshole.
What do you mean?
Just a thought.
Okay.
When you mentioned Lily, which wolf?
Oh, she's with I don't remember the names.
Describe them, it's fine. I remember their names.
Well, he's an orc. I mean, he's the leader. He's the mayor. It's
Fuck!
No. There's no need to swear. It's
No! I'm not. I mean, I am, but no.
Or yeah. Talk.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah, him. That guy. The leader.
How many are loyal to this Thok?
Well, they ship in new people all the time, but then they ship a lot of them out again for. I guess they're saying that they're trying to expand, so it's hard to say really. I know that the town, as it stands right now, can support about 2,000 people. I know that there are definitely 35 of us in the resistance.
Are you armed?
I mean, we can be. I'm no good with a sword. I've never used one, but we do have access to weaponry. Yeah.
How many among you might be able to do battle?
How many what? I'm sorry.
How many among you might be able to do battle?
Oh, all 35 of us, certainly. We're pretty dedicated to the cause. As far as have any skill with the weapon, though, really only the two at the top, and I think Ricardo mentioned something. I think he maybe has some magical ability, but everyone keeps most of what they can do pretty hidden, pretty close to the chest.
Very well.
Does that tunnel go outside, or is it completely viable?
Oh,
travel?
no. It doesn't go outside. If it went outside, it would be full of gas right about now.
I am completely distracted looking at the stairs now.
On the map, where is Ricardo's shop? If you don't mind.
Hang on. I do not mind. Ricardo's shop is actually pretty far away.
It's a pretty fucking long tunnel, man. Shit.
Some great infrastructure there going.
Who wrote Fox Mills?
I was wondering.
I don't know, but I love them because that guy needs to die.
I think
So-
Moogs did it.
I don't know
I
if you...
did that, and then he said, no graffiti. I'm like, okay.
Oh, I see your green line. Is that where it is?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not as far as I was thinking. That's all right. That's not bad.
So, yeah. So that is Ricardo's shop.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna get lost counting squares. Can we estimate whether that's further than 100 feet away? I'm not good.
She's the snapping tool.
Oh, fucking snapping tool. Sorry, I'm very tired. Yes, it is. Shit.
140, 150 feet by a straight line.
Okay.
Why do you care about 100 feet?
I should like to
Oh.
see.
Because
Yeah.
um,
I should like to see Aaron and Joey at some point.
I'm sure they'd like to see you. Their dad died in the attack. They Joey, he I think he has kids. Aaron doesn't.
I am going to take a bit of my parchment, squirrel a note, and I'm going to wrap it around Nikon, just while everyone else is talking. I'm just going to drop her on the floor. And I'm going to tell her to go down into the tunnel and just go until she reaches the end. She's very recognizable.
Yeah.
There's a fucking snake in my secret tunnel.
Tunnel snakes. Cool.
Turtle snakes rule.
Oh my God.
She, obviously keeping herself safe and not making any, stupid, sudden, hey, I'm a snake, kill me moves.
The snake gets, heads on down. After a certain point,
I'd try and maintain contact until that 100.
Yeah,
feet
you can
runs out.
definitely feel the point at which she, moves past your ability to sense. And then you can feel her back in that realm again and says, I don't know where I'm going. There's a lot here.
And I tell her to come back.
Scoot, 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 scoot.
Just reach down, pick her up again.
While that's happening, anyone else doing any other stuff?
Do they call you Brown? Do you want us to call you Brown, or what's your real name?
I think it's actually probably better if I don't tell you my real name. That's why we all switched. Only a couple of the guys, really, Aaron and Joey, are the only ones who never changed theirs. They sort of get away with it, but not really. The guards know that they're troublemakers. They just haven't ever made enough trouble for the guards to feel it's worth it to kill them. I guess they were pretty young when this all went down. I was pretty young too, but I don't age like they age.
Who are the Thompsons?
I'm sorry?
Old Lady Thompson and Screamer Thompson. Information.
Oh, yeah. So the old lady, she, I don't know where she comes from. I mean, from, Kandorian Empire somewhere, but she's a weird one. She comes off sweet, but, I don't know. There's just something I don't like about her. Her son, there's something off about him, but it's a little bit more obvious. He just goes in the middle of big open places and starts shouting his head off. He doesn't ever say anything. He's just screaming, shouting like an animal or something. Eventually someone comes and gets him, brings him inside. He's gotten out during the night a couple of times, but somehow he never seems to get hurt. He usually finds his way up, like, onto the roof of some building and just gets stuck there overnight. Comes down, he's usually a bit dehydrated, but otherwise pretty good. I don't know how he makes it, how he manages, but, he just does.
Okay.
He's a pretty young guy, too. He's probably, I don't know, 25.
Your tunnel, where else do they lead?
Basically everywhere you want to go. When we were building the city, there were a couple of guys, but mainly Ricardo, who figured out a way to engineer it to where we could put this tunnel in just about under almost all of the buildings. The only one we actually can't get into is the mayor's house. We can get next to it, but he's got something blocks it. I don't know. You'd have to ask Ricardo. But
I will.
Yeah, it's a magical tunnel. Only magical from the way we hide it. It's not magical anywhere else. It's just a tunnel. Oh, there was this dwarven lady who helped out a bit too.
Name, distinguishing features, anything apart from dwarven?
Man, I couldn't tell you her name. I don't remember. I'm sorry. I mean, it's it's a standard dwarven name. It's like Brunhilde or Inga or something like that.
Inga?
Or something like that. Yeah, I mean, they all kind of sound the same to me.
That was kind of alarming, given that was 300 years ago.
Dwarf lifespans are weird.
Oh yeah, I forgot about lifespans. Never mind. I saw that eyebrow. I saw that. I saw you pop the eyebrow. Don't pop the eyebrow at me.
Is the dwarf around still?
Well, I mean, she might be. She caused a bit of trouble about a year ago, and I think they maybe put her in the jail, but I didn't really hear what happened after that.
Oh,
she it was a good story. She managed to explode that little monk guy's latrine. She placed a powder keg underneath it, waited for him to really need to go, and lit him up. He must have traveled a good I don't know, 500-600 feet.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, They actually had to call in a special kind of priest from back in their home to well, to bring him back, right? Oh, he was dead. But I guess he's too important or something. They didn't let him stay there that long.
Is it an Anna around too, or just Inga?
Anna, there's an Amelie, but she's the Tanner's daughter. She's, I don't know, 16.
Oh no, another dwarf.
Oh no, there's only the one dwarf. She kind of sticks out, which is why it's weird that we haven't seen her in a while.
And where is the jail? It's not in the mayor's house, is it?
It's attached to it, yeah.
Fuck.
It's pretty small. There's only enough space in there, I would say, to maybe hold 5-6 people tops. So, anything else you guys need to know? Because I got to be honest, I'm pretty exhausted now. You really, whew, you put the fear into me. I'm kind of dead.
Yes, we should all get some rest.
What a very
I agree with quiet.
And I'd feel better in the tunnel myself.
I mean, if you want, you can stay in there. It's just it's not comfortable.
Don't care.
It's not comfort I'm looking for.
All right.
Do we have? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me get some bedrolls out for you. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So he goes. He gets some bedrolls. He sets them up down in the tunnel. Says, now once you're in there, you're gonna need well, I guess they'll give you my key, but I'm gonna need it back, or else I'm screwed if anyone comes after me. So don't lose it. See if you can get another one, okay?
Is there a way we could leave the door open for you to enter?
No, that wouldn't be safe. I'll give you the key. I want you to lock the door behind you. I'll be able to get into my bedroom just fine. But
Very well.
I don't want anyone to be able to get into the tunnels because I gotta be honest, we don't get a lot of weird looking visitors like you, and just in case anyone did see you come in, I don't want someone who comes by asking for you to be able to do to me what you guys did, and then to be able to find you.
Well, they know somebody's here.
Again, sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna chalk that one up to experience, and just move on, huh?
Is there any secret handshake or password that you guys use? Just in case you run into anyone in the tunnel?
Yeah, what was it? Chrysanthemum.
Sounds about right.
Chrysanthemum.
Yeah, I don't know how we got that one. That was I think that was Inga's idea, actually.
Sounds about right.
Can I get you anything
I
else?
don't have a long rest.
Florian smirking.
Anything else? Once I close this door, I'm not going to be able to help you out.
If it's not too much trouble, could I get a bowl of that soup, please?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. He gets a bowl, he brings it out. He hands you guys all one more ale, a few candles, some blankets.
No ale for me, but I'll take the soup. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to close the door, lock it, and then it's kind of up to you.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Good night.
We'll be back in touch.
Hey, try
The
to be...
cinnamon rolls were really good.
Thanks. I've worked really hard on them.
You're an amazing chef.
Sorry again.
Keep apologizing. I'm going to get offended.
I'm not good at not.
So, hey, do be careful.
I just kind of back off, like, thank you for the soup.
Trauma candy.
It sticks with him like fucking glue.
So, yeah, once I close this door, like I said, you're going to be on your own, but do be careful going into random people's homes because, I mean, these tunnels do go just about everywhere. So,
which way is Ricardo's then?
He kind of points. He's like, that way? But I can't really tell you exactly. I haven't been there too many times. I just kind of know it when I get there.
Okay.
Oh, it has it smells different over there. You'll know what I mean when you smell it.
Like frogs.
Like frogs.
Frogs.
All right, guys. I'm closing the door now, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kunk.
Cool. Now we all sleep, right?
So
Yeah, right.
as he closes the door, cool little bit of magic happens. The door disappears, and what you see instead is like a small stone arched door as opposed to the large, like person-sized wooden door that it was. But you can see a little diamond-shaped lock etched into the center of it. So you're pretty sure that if you were to actually like unlock it that way, then it would become a door again, but now it's not. So, yeah.
I'll hold on to the key.
So I don't want to say I told you so because I didn't say anything. But I don't regret what I did.
Friendly, let it go. Just be smug and let it go.
I don't feel smug. I felt kind of bad, and I want to not feel bad.
Well, there's a way we could not feel bad. We could help these people.
Because now he was nice.
He's amazing.
Oh,
And he
I
made
mean
really
this
good cinnamon
completely.
rolls.
I mean this completely
Bye-bye.
genuinely. Good luck.
Boop.
Okay. So did
Well,
you
me.
want to take a little break and eat your soup now, or did you want to go to Ricky's and eat on the way?
I bolt the soup. It's like
Which way was it?
that way.
Wiley, Finn, your sense of direction is actually still pretty good down here. You are pretty sure that you can get them around, but this being an underground tunnel, it might also, like, it is possible that some scouting is in order here.
sure. Let us go. I'll lead the way.
We all have dark vision. Two of us glow in the dark.
So I apologize for not having the underground tunnel map finished. I suppose I should have assumed that you would browbeat someone into forwarding the plot. But I wasn't quite ready for that yet.
Hey, we didn't beat anyone. We just
I said browbeat.
stared
I
at them
hugged
with our
him.
1,000-yard stare.
I hugged him.
I was very gentle. I just put a hand on his head and talked to him like
No,
I
it's
talked to my
fine.
niece.
I had this whole thing planned. It was going to be like a horror game for a night where like all this horrible shit was going to happen and like the gas was good. But no, you're just like, I beat him up and find the doors.
I will do anything to avoid a horror game, darling.
Just like night falls, you hear the sirens go off.
Now I
Yeah,
have
it
some
was going to be
regrets.
great.
I
It was
would
good.
love
It was
to
going
play a
to
horror
whatever.
game.
It doesn't matter now. Doesn't-
Can I like retcon and we go play the horror game?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Can I say
I
that
will-
Brenly wasn't smart enough to put the diamond key in it?
Nope. Brenly did
Nope.
what Brenly did. It worked out just fine.
I will go to sleep in self-defense. Don't think I won't.
Okay. So,
Like
I
a
mean-
fainting goat, I will be.
So,
We may have to break someone out of jail, so we still might get the horror game.
Finn,
Not if I can help it.
I need you. Let me see. Orienteering isn't a thing. What is? Huh?
It used to be.
Yeah, I know. What is
It would be
the?
survival, wouldn't it?
I think it is survival. I think it's just all wrapped up into survival. So go ahead and give me a survival check. Okay. Yeah. You're able to get them there. Like when he said over there and where he pointed. Pardon me. You've got a pretty good understanding of where that likely would have led in the overworld. I shouldn't call it an overworld, but like above ground. There we go. Overworld. All my JRPG
Overground,
terms.
underground, overground, underground.
Yes.
Wombling free. No one will get that. Never mind. Moving on.
Yeah, actually, that one did whoosh a bit for me. Is this a British thing?
British thing. Moving. Just
DM.
let's go.
Okay.
You're being too British again. Please stop it.
Yeah. Get
Too British.
Get with it, darn it.
My country owns your country. Shut up. Now, moving on.
Just don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't take it. Don't take the weights.
I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. All right.
Moving on.
So, so you guys are able to make it over there. So here, actually, whoa, no, that's, whoop, whoop, whoop. Hang on. I was drawing still, not selecting. Let me get rid of that. Okay, so I'm just going to grab the lot of you. Nope. Well, sort of. Okay. Hang on.
Oh, we're bringing a green line with us. I'm so excited.
Fixing it.
We're riding the green line to Ricky's.
That's just my aura, my green aura.
It is.
And for whatever reason, it's not coming with anyway, or it's not letting me select it, so whatever, it's just going to come with us. Okay, so you're fairly certain underneath Ricardo's house. You get there by walking through a series of fairly dark tunnels, but it is very calm. The air is pretty stale. You don't think you want to be down here for too long. You're actually not sure how the tunnels are ventilated. You know they probably are, because you're not getting lightheaded, but it's not like you've got a canary with you. Should they make it? Oh, Hamilton quotes. Oh dear. Okay. As long as I wouldn't want any of you to miss your shot, you know.
Oh.
So as you guys are coming around underneath it, the smell is not of frogs. The smell is of like burnt air and ozone. And the door has scorch marks around the outer border of it.
Lori catches a little bit of PTSD and asks someone else to open the door.
What do you think, Metzi?
Metzi opens the door.
Like it's been magicked here?
Metzi is not listening. Metzi opens the door.
Metzi throws caution.
Welcome to We Found What Makes Him Reckless.
Okay. Metzi unlocks the door. Everyone needs to make a dexterity save.
Oh, I get mine with advantage. Yay.
Metzi is going to re-roll that with a luck point.
Nothing like a nat one.
Yep.
I remember, everyone gets a +3 on that.
Oh, hey.
I will add them. So Wiley is fine.
He's dead.
Moves
Anyway.
QB. Jage is
This
fine.
is my revenge for singed fur.
Interestingly, it actually only affects Brenly and Metzi and Glory. Brenly, Metzi, Glory. So Brenly, Metzi, and Glory are suddenly frozen solid in blocks of ice. Everyone else is just very cold.
Except Silent Fist. Silent Fist doesn't get cold.
Silent Fist doesn't give a shit whatsoever. This is fine for him. This is the best he's felt in ages. But the rest of you who succeeded are moving at half speed. Silent Fist is fine, and the other 3. So I guess. So wait, who all succeeded? So it was Wiley. Silent, or so was it just
just me and Wiley?
Okay. So Wiley, you're moving at half speed, but you're otherwise okay. As the freeze trap freezes the other 3 members of your party.
Makes a change from fire. Just saying.
You're not sure how long they can survive in these blocks of ice. You're not even sure if it's hurting them. You can't tell.
Yeah,
So-
I'd like to light a torch.
Torch lit.
And melting the ice.
Torch.
Just like having a hairdryer, just like
You're holding the torch, you said, to the ice?
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to melt the ice with a torch.
So
Maybe use my quarterstaff to chip away at it.
Okay. You on which person are you attempting to save first?
I'll go for Metzi since he was brave enough to, or dumb enough to open the door.
Okay.
I love it.
Use the
So
right word. Come on.
you put the torch over the ice, and it is working, but it is very slow.
Of course.
And using your quarterstaff again is helping some, but with the amount of ice that is currently surrounding Trauma Kitty, you think this might take you an hour at least to get through, and you don't know if they're suffocating. Brenly,
Right.
Metzi, and Glory, the 3 of you are suffocating.
okay.
Jade.
Silent Fist,
I mean-
what do you do?
Did the door open?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Silent Fist is not liking this, and since he can move very fast, is now running through the door, looking to find Ricardo.
Okay. So Finn, Silent Fist has run away, leaving you with the 3 ice sculptures.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if maybe a fireball would hasten this process a little bit?
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
Who is playing Silent Fist right now? What's going on?
Just the eyes get wide. In the eyes.
By the way, Brick and Leech have backed the fuck up. Ellswick and John have backed up. Like they weren't. in
Ellswick
this.
Yeah, they
Doing
see
anything?
pulling up.
Ellswick has
Have
no
one more
idea.
charge on the brooch of fireballs. Has one more.
Pull the fence post out of your
One
chest,
more
man.
level
Come
on
on.
fireball.
Bit.
Ellswick is very much out of his element. He is aware of that. Ellswick is very good with a plan. If there is no plan, he kind of falls apart.
We need anyone, to learn
Fireball,
counterspell. Just
fireball.
someone.
Fireball.
Well, at this point, it would be Dispel. So your Arcana check tells you, oh yeah, no, a fireball would totally be the way to go here.
Oh god.
Because fire
Do it
is
on
the
someone
natural
else. Do it on
enemy
someone else.
of ice, right? Like fire
That could get
and
all of them
ice.
with
They
one
talk about it
fireball.
all the time.
Oh
I
god.
don't like
So-
visualize it.
Before
and-
Silent Fist is the last person left in this
hang on,
group.
I'm not done with my explanation.
Oh, go.
Fire and ice, right? Like, so in order to counterspell, you have to cast the opposing element of whatever it was, right? Like that absolutely makes sense. That's why healing spells counter death spells, right? So clearly
Fire.
there's an ice
I'm gonna
spell,
die.
so you got to cast a fireball. That's absolutely like
I'm gonna die before
What a
I get to
four.
see my son.
Arcana check tells you.
You were so close.
I mean,
Sticky Ricky.
Only be
It's kind
Uh,
of
I need to
but
slap
all of
some
it.
sense
Fire.
into Lily.
Silent Fist. real fast. I'll go to you for a moment while I let
Before
Finn,
the tunnel lights up behind you.
I'll let Finn ponder his choices.
Because fireballing worked so well with the coffin.
Hey, I mean, he can only work with the information that he's got, and this is totally logical.
Oh, no.
This
So the gears are turning, and he's like, yeah, that could work.
to be 96.
Yeah. So Silent Fist, you actually get to like a wooden ladder, and you climb your way up, and then there's like a wooden trap door above
Floor
you.
latch. Yeah.
And it seems to be locked from the other side.
How much strength do I need to punch this latch open?
I don't know, but you know how much strength you've got. Why don't you give it a strength check and find out?
Yeah.
Not
How does that work?
Not a strength save, a strength check.
Oops, wrong one. How about I use my inspiration and re-roll that?
That would be fine. That would be a good use of inspiration. By the way, the rest of you
Oh,
guys don't
wow.
use your inspirations enough. Well, that sucked. Okay, so you use up your inspiration.
Yeah, I'm not done.
Okay. Well, I was going to tell you what happened thus far.
Oh,
You
cool.
can
Go ahead.
reach the door.
I'll let you DM.
Thank you. So you're banging on the thing, and you're trying to like punch your way through this fucking door. And then you hear a voice above say, "Oh my God, what?"
That's my boy.
Chrysanthemums.
Okay. Shit, hang on. And you hear like someone fiddling with jiggling of keys, and then a lock kinda, and then like a clunky noise, and then you hear someone say, fuck, wrong one. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Meanwhile,
we need to make
choking.
Constitution checks.
Yeah. So I need
Save.
So I need a Constitution save from the three of you who are frozen.
I'm going to use my inspiration and re-roll that.
I have found my Zen, apparently.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Nice.
No.
Metzi is not doing well. Metzi is turning blue.
And not just from cold.
Yeah, you can't.
Actually, you wouldn't be able to tell because
because of the fur. You can't see, unfortunately.
the skin around my lips is going blue. There you go. You got some pink there.
Yeah. Yeah, Metzi's nose has turned blue. So Finn.
Yeah.
What do you feel like doing there, buddy?
Ellswick,
Yes.
I have a necklace. I could send a fireball down this tunnel. My hope is the force and the heat would quickly melt and crack the ice, but the ice would hopefully protect them to some extent somehow. Is that crazy?
My magical knowledge is of a much more natural or cosmic nature. Elemental magic is not my specialty, but it does sound logical that fire would destroy ice.
Elswick, you're supposed
Just
to
don't want to destroy my friends.
Yeah, neither do I.
Great, I'm going with the torch.
I mean, it might do that too. I really couldn't judge.
Do we have any awareness in the ice?
I have a
Can we
hand
do
axe.
anything?
I'm going to hack with the hand axe.
No, you're just kind of frozen for a moment. Leech will actually say,
Hey, boss.
Leech, yes.
I got a smaller fire spell we could try first.
Yes, indeed. Please.
All right. Who should I do it to?
Do it to the cat.
To the cat?
Yes.
all right,
That's a
but
sentence.
If she's real pissed at me when she gets out of, or sorry,
He.
I'm very sorry.
if he's real pissed at me when he gets out of there, you're taking the blame.
I'll take full responsibility.
All right. Let's see now.
We
Gods,
like disintegrate.
gods of luck, gods of good, gods of luck, gods of good. Humana. Hey!
And he casts a little spell, and yeah, exactly.
Ooh, ee, ooh,
Homina,
ah.
homina.
Uh,
Ting tang, walla walla bing bang.
yeah. A drizzle of fire rains down on the ice. It sizzles against the ice. Where the fire hits, the ice burns and steams away almost instantaneously, creating sort of popping, almost like tiny little hydrogen explosions happening. And the ice is starting to chip away a bit.
I'm going to get in there with my hand axe and start, finding cracks. And...
Sure, give me a dexterity roll.
Roll high, motherfucker.
Ranger.
Give me a
I do have an
damage roll.
inspiration. I'd like to spend an inspiration to re-roll that.
Inspiration's good. Yeah, use that.
All right, I'm going to do that.
I like my face.
Oh.
Oh, thank fuck.
Okay. You are able to finally break enough ice that Metzi can breathe.
Bad idea.
Metzi, you
The
cannot
doorway is
take
trapped.
deep breaths because your chest can't move much, but you can take little small ones.
The door is trapped.
Oh my god.
Hank,
You're frozen
You-
in ice.
Elf,
Remain calm.
shut
Do not move.
up.
Don't move. You're trapped in ice. Don't move.
Somebody clip that, please.
We're working on a solution presently.
Finn, gain back your
For you.
inspiration.
Thank you.
Oh, I cried a little.
Okay.
Oh, it hurts.
All right.
Starting to shiver like the ears have flopped down and I'm just wet catch. Like,
silent.
Wet angry cat.
You hear someone pop another key in the lock. You hear some metal sliding, and then the door opens up, and you were looking at a guy with bright red hair, bright red beard that goes down to about like lower chest length in this long taper. He's wearing a big pointy cloth hat with a moon and a star. He's holding
He's
a
a
wand.
magical Trevor.
Little.
everyone loves magical Trevor because the tricks that he does are ever so clever. Look at him now, disappearing a cow. Where is the cow? Hidden right now. Taking a bow. I'll stop.
Thank you. And he opens the door and he says, "Okay, what?"
Okay, so you probably saw me.
Ricky, I presume.
No, you might have saw me 20 years ago coming on a caravan, and maybe not. But do you like the frogs?
I love frogs, of course.
Come with me.
They're-
Help my friends. They hit the trap door and they're cold. Help me, please.
Oh, okay.
Other suffocating, by the way.
He climbs down behind you, and then when he sees Metzi, he drops his wand and he falls to his knees. Teacher!
Hey, Ricky.
Oh my God!
Cold, Ricky. Cold.
Yeah, sorry. And he picks his wand back up, and he kind of waves it, and floop, and the ice shatters off of all three of you.
I am collapsed to the ground because the weight of wet fur.
I know the fireball could have worked. I know the fireball could have worked.
Wait,
I know it would have.
you were
It would
going to
have.
cast a fireball?
You were gonna what?
With the
I would
With
love
the
to have
device
seen
I
that,
have.
but I don't think it would work.
necklace.
Anyway,
It would have done something.
come on
Yeah.
in, please.
Just
Is
crawl.
it you, Sticky Ricky?
See,
Ricky,
I-
just Ricky.
Well, it's actually Ricardo now.
thanks, Ricky.
just
Ricardo
getting to my feet. Like,
Ricardo
We should get
Lionheart,
out of the tunnel.
renowned wizard. Anyway, yes, please come upstairs.
As I
Careful,
walk past,
trapped.
I just put a very wet hand on his shoulder and be like, "You're always Ricky to me," and follow everyone else
Little tear.
That
affectionately.
means he's
By the way,
proud of you.
You see a little tear.
yeah.
Is he sticky?
Remarkably, not so much at the moment.
Point of fact, I always called him Ricky. Just pointing it out.
Yes.
Kids called him Sticky Ricky. I called him
I'll
Ricky.
put away my fireball dice now.
Oh. I'm
Yes, thank you for not
sorry.
incinerating us on my son's
Do
doorstep.
you just want to roll it
Thank you.
and let us know what it would have been?
Please.
35.
No.
35? All right.
Oh, that wouldn't have killed me.
No,
You.
but it would have fucked up your day.
I would have taken half. It's fine.
Betsy, how would you have done with that?
Not well.
So, Ricardo brings you upstairs into his shop. Like, you realize you're standing in the main room of his workshop, which is full of all sorts of magical gizmos and who's its and what's its galore. He's got at least 20 thingamabobs in the back.
Do it.
Stop it, or I will start singing.
Oh, that's true. But that is where we're going to leave it for tonight,
Oh.
My boy.
with a reunion and everything.
Yeah, we need to bitch slap your sister, darling.
So, hi everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
Would it have collapsed the tunnel, Rain? I'm gonna say no. It would not have collapsed the tunnel.
Magical.
Yeah, it's magical, and it would have been gone fairly quickly. It doesn't have that much force. It's mostly just fire.
I would have been making death saves.
Yes, you would have.
But it would have been really cool.
It would have.
Also
I was
would've
really
been
hoping that would
I
happen.
want to see where the people are.
You want to be where the people are.
I want to
I
see,
wanna see-
wanna
wanna
see
them
him dancing,
Walking
walking
around
along
the
on that.
Is that
What's
word
the word again?
Oh,
Street.
Thanks. Anywho.
Don't fall
Nope.
off the chair.
All right.
Oh, they're good. They stayed. Good job.
So,
I need a more stable
You should put them
chair.
on speaker so I can hear them in real time.
I cannot. It would screw up my settings.
Hi,
Okay.
God.
How can
Hi,
you-
God.
Hi. Can you go back up and do the thing? You can still talk from the thingy. You will have a box in season 2.
Yes, yes. You heard it here, folks.
Put
He's
it in the notes.
committed.
Put it in the notes.
No
He's
one.
committed.
They're putting it in the notes. I can't go back on it now. You'll have a box in season 2. Go.
Yeah.
I guess I have to talk to the stream from the chat. I'm sorry, guys. Hey,
Beating you with bread.
don't hit me
I've
with
written it
bread.
down. I've written it down.
It
See,
is written
it
down.
says
See?
God Box.
God box.
God Box.
Season 2. Season 2.
Season 2.
All right. So mote it be. So, as for this even, so the next game, so Frizzle, because I guess you might not have been here at the beginning of it. We're still going to be Mondays from 6 to 9 p.m. Until late December is what it's looking like. So every Monday until my plan is at least until Christmas. But we'll see how it goes with family and whatnot. We'll put together a schedule. People will have warning ahead of time. But it's going to be 6 to 9 on Mondays until that point. Then we'll take a break for a couple of months, and then we will come back. So
6 to 9 EST.
yes, 6 to 9 EST.
It's 11 to 2 GMT.
Because I live in Ohio.
You live in a hat?
Ohio.
What's that? Ohio.
Oh, okay.
But it's Ohio if you're in the southern part of the state.
And vowels don't exist.
Well, vowels are, I mean, you know, whatever. Hey, whatever. It's R's for you. Huh?
We say our R's.
I'm sorry, what was
Say
that?
T's at the end.
You say your
We
what?
say our R's.
Our R's.
Yes, our R's.
Yes.
Oh, Frizzle's also UK.
Sorry. We
so-
say our R's.
Oh,
That's
really?
better.
So
Oh,
Shakes, your information was the most useful.
yeah, and
I
I'm
am
just being
always
insulting for no good
crazy.
reason. Anywho, Do you get to guest in season 2? Maybe, right? Maybe. I might need
Maybe.
someone to be Reki/Magical Trevor. We'll see.
My son.
So, we shall see. There are things that are being thought and thunk. In the meantime, we like to end our games with a quick round of ups and downs for the evening, and then we'll also be tossing it on over to someone else. Right now, I'm seeing a couple of different groups. I'm seeing Cyber Seraph is up, Castle Mac is up, Granite 21. So there are a couple of different live play groups. Rindus PWG is up right now. So we do have a few different places that we can toss it to. I will take votes, and if anyone has any suggestions of their own for any other live play RPG channels that are currently on right now.
Is Straticus doing anything?
Yes, they are.
Oh,
Yeah.
Straticus is up. Well,
My vote.
okay.
Encounter Roleplay and Straticus are both up as well.
Okay. So, yeah. Otherwise, meantime, anywho, let's go around the circle real fast. I would like to start today with Silent Fist. Jade.
Yay!
Upsies, downsies.
Positive. So I was totally not expecting tunnels when there were tunnels. Tunnel snakes rule, and Cubit isn't a robot.
Yeah!
Yeah. Hooray for figuring out technical issues, huh?
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
We love Mr. QB.
So today was probably my favorite RP only session that we had.
That was a little combat, almost.
I almost Silent Fist totally almost fought Brenly.
I almost want that to happen, so
The negative,
someday.
honestly, I'm just exhausted. It's busy time for me for work, so I've been I've been up since 4:45 this morning, so totally just drained. But I had nothing bad about today. I felt like whatever I interacted with was impactful on the session, and that was big difference from last week, which was my negative last week.
Fair.
So that's mine.
Hooray. Shakes.
My positive is I got one of my kids back. This has now become my priority. I got one of my kids. I still want to find Hank's parents and suplex them to hell, but I found one of my kids. I'm so happy.
You did. He's
I just,
45.
yeah. You might get to hear Metsi purr. He's too cold right now.
Oh,
I know, but he's just so happy he found one of his kids.
He's older than you now.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. I really enjoyed the different levels we got. I'm so glad being a coward and just staying in the shrubbery actually got us a lead.
It did.
I do feel bad about just intimidating Brown into pissing himself, but Metsi feels bad about a lot of stuff, so that's fine. I'm so glad we resolved that well without pasting him.
True.
I
he's not dead.
didn't even feel tempted to paste him.
Oh, and we had a minor Christmas miracle because Brenly listened to something Metsi said. So yeah. Negatives. I am so exhausted. It was sales week and I'm just knackered. So I think I might have been possibly a little bit more hyper than usual.
I appreciate it.
You didn't
Sorry.
squeak that much.
No, but my brain went off on one several times. I don't really have any negatives. I thought this week was really, really great. I'm so looking forward to next week. I'm so happy.
Finn, Wiley Finn.
I'm happy that Aaron and Joey survived the thing, the horde, and we had a funny moment in the tunnel. That was cool. But listening to you go through the list of all the kids, and only one of them's around makes me sad.
Yeah.
So
Makes me
Finn
sad
is
too.
pissed off.
Oh,
And
Doc is dead.
Doc. Yeah.
Yeah.
Finn is
Fucking dead.
in a hurry to have a plan. Yeah. So cool. Glad you're not robotic anymore, QB.
Thanks. Me too.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Uncle Mark.
Moogs.
I love setup episodes like this that just have all sorts of callbacks and just things connecting. It's so good. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
The kids, Inga's probably back. We might have to break her out of jail.
Jailbreak.
Jailbreak.
Yeah.
Um,
That's a shame.
Ricky. It's kind of a negative how we treated Brown. It's kind of awful, but it was so good and it paid off so well.
To be fair, we didn't hurt him.
We didn't hurt him.
Not physically. I mean, emotionally, he's probably trauma brown now, but
He's trauma brown. He's rocking himself to sleep in right now.
It's not like, I clawed him or anything. I just spoke very intently to him.
And I only hugged him.
Teacher voice. Teacher voice. It's scary.
You scared the shit out of him.
He's
He's
fine.
nodding. He knows.
Yeah. Any real negative I have about this episode is outside of the game because I was also tired. But yeah. The other negative is we can't keep going because I want to play more.
Which I appreciate, and I'm really happy that that's how you feel. And I'll talk about you have a homework assignment, and we'll talk about that in a sec. So I don't know. I mean, I guess we're done then, right? There's no one else to talk to.
I have a question before we move on.
Yeah.
Did we do a good job of heeding your advice of connecting dots today?
Yes.
Good.
And that's part of the homework.
I don't think he's spoken to Wiley or Brenly.
Oh, we spoke to Wiley.
Yeah, but not me.
Who's Brenly?
Brenly misbehaved today and was the only one that misbehaved today, so time out.
Cubit!
Thank you.
Tell us your
I
ups and
did
downs.
not.
That was the other Christmas miracle that Metzi rushed in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We found something that makes him reckless.
That was exciting.
I did not misbehave.
No more than usual.
Ups and
Exactly.
downs, Cubit.
Okay. Ups. I'm so glad that there actually were tunnels because as we were getting like the last room, I was like, oh my God, what have I done?
So
We were all getting like that.
Yeah.
when you said it, and I may end up playing this back for that moment when you first said it, because I really hope that my expression did not shift. Because the moment that you said that, I was simultaneously so proud and so pissed. Because I'm like, God damn it, what the fuck? What fucking luck? Like, I could not believe it.
We couldn't figure out that there was a curfew real quick, but boy, oh boy, those tunnels came.
Right, like I had to remind you that you left people outside in the fucking fog, but tunnels.
Oh, my God.
That's where you
like-
go. I'm like,
I instantly knew there was a tunnel system. I'm like, nah, there are tunnels down there and I'm going to find them.
She spent a lot of time in the ether, and that just like really hit hard right home. We're not traveling planes today. We're going to the tunnel.
I'm like, I'm moving grain bags. There are tunnels. I will find them.
Anything to assuage my conscience.
Yes.
That was a big part of it. I felt so terrible.
Like, there must be something. He's dirty. I can feel it.
Ooh.
Sorry.
It's okay.
That
You're
was a-
chaotic neutral. If there isn't anything there, you can plant something.
No, so Brenly
I'll feel
was
terrible
fine
for
for
letting her
almost
look.
all of it, but Cubit has guilt.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
for me, upsies downsies, the only down is that like everyone else, I'm pretty fucking tired. It's coming off the holiday. I came back to work today, and my students were a bit energetic. And none of them want to work on the essay that they now have to work on. And so coming into this, I was frankly, I was a little bit sort of low energy to start with because I was like, I'm still grumbly about work and students and grr. And then we got started, and then you all went crazy, and it was lovely, and perked me right back up. So that is my down turns into my up, which is that I really appreciate how you guys started taking the reins. Remember, this is and for anyone who's watching, this is a group of players who, aside from Wiley, had nearly zero RPG experience prior to this game. And you guys have gotten to a point now where I feel like you're almost seasoned. You're getting just the right amount of salt and pepper there. So
That's exactly what I just did. Salt and pepper.
Is that what that was? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that actually.
As soon as we graffitied the sign, I'm like,
what did I miss just now? Okay.
Oh, continue on.
Okay.
Carry on.
We graffitied the sign, like, this feels better. My day is better now.
All right. So, I want to thank you guys for being on the ball and creative and interested. So, homework.
Very hands-on.
Yes. So I want you to answer this question for yourselves, and I don't want you to say anything now. Think about it. You can put it in the Discord. Put it in the Monday group chat. But I want you guys to think about what is the one goal that you have above all else right now. What is the thing that is driving your character forward? What do you want to have happen the most? Okay? So, yeah. Single sentence, and it can't be like, I want to make everything okay. Like, try to keep it focused and specific. Yep. So that's what we're looking for. And thank you, Frizzle, for coming on by. No, not that chat, the public one.
Okay.
What we want right now, specifically short-term or long-term goal, or just literally what we want most right now?
What you want most right now, as it pertains to the campaign.
Let's see. I want to be dry.
From a character perspective or from a personal perspective?
You can give me both. I want to know the character first, but if you want to give me both, that works too.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, goal, not dream. Yes. So
he will be dry. He will.
I'm gonna. So it sounds like we've got votes for Castle Mac and for Scraticus. Let me see here. How many people are currently on Scraticus's channel? I don't have that one favorited yet.
I just had it. They were like right next to us on the list.
Graticus is offline now.
They must have went offline now.
Okay. Well, then we're gonna toss it on over to Castle Mac. So /raid Castle Mac.
Raid.
And yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in this evening. And yeah, we're gonna head on over here in now. Bye.
Yay.
And hang on.